It's on now, kid. We're good. We're live. Don't worry, Leah. We turned the volume down so nobody can hear what you're saying. 20 minutes. Remember, Larry. Oh, yeah. All the fights. Yeah, remember, I was in that.
hopefully we're just not on the 50, because when we go to the 20, yeah, if as long as we're not in the middle of the field.
What about in the sun?
Like if we're right on the 50, it's glare as hell. But
what about over there?
no, that's not bad at all. That's where we won it for the first quarter. We gotta get on both sides of the 30.
True.
It's so weird. So if I stand over here, it gets me on that side. If I stand over here, it gets me closer.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
Now I know why. What's his name's not playing?
Breeze?
Yeah. Last field for sure.
Yeah, they said he's
Yesterday. Can't believe they just.
I might roll this at 640. We got coaches from Oregon that talk about stuff, you know. We got lots of you know where the yeah, it just got like swept away in the wind or something.
Yeah, it might have because it was. I had it. I thought it was. I seen it with this. We put it in there, maybe.
We gotta go in like 1 minute. Maybe Leah found a jacket or something.
That's from senior too, right?
What's that? Yeah, that's from Craig, senior.
What just happened? See that?
It's like a smudge on the legs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it with like the end of your. Put it back down a little bit. It's not when it's out of the sun. We might have to go tight shot early.
Is that making it better or worse?
Can't really tell. That's better.
That's better?
Yeah. Well, not really.
Let's go back that way then.
There you go. Keep going. Yeah. That's way better.
Tight, you said?
Yeah. It's gonna have to be, otherwise the sun's so bad. Look in the picture right here.
Yeah, stop it.
Alright, you guys ready to go? Good luck. Have a good broadcast. Have a good broadcast. Have a good broadcast. Let's go. When I go, we're going, okay?
Want to test it one more time?
No, we're live right now, so I just have the volume down. I'm not going to bring you in until after with a break.
Okay.
Okay?
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Production. I am Boomer Marshall. I'll be on the call tonight alongside the Chief, my dad, Dan Marshall. Also along for the ride, Caleb Franklin, who'll be on the video tonight. Coming to you live from Centennial High School in Gresham, Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring your visiting South Medford Panthers taking on the home team, the Eagles of Centennial High out of Gresham, Oregon. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports Network's events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, Athlete of the Week, Pick'em contests, and blogs from our broadcast teams. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Coach's Corner with head coach Bill Singler.
Hello, I'm Officer Mike Jackson, Medford Police Department School Resource Officer for South Medford High School, as well as 5 elementary schools nearby. With 5 resource officers working in partnership with Medford schools, safety is a top priority and essential to promoting a positive learning environment. SROs receive specialized training in how to communicate with students in a school setting and also teach classes to students, staff, and parents on important safety issues. I'm School Resource Officer Mike Jackson, working to ensure the safety of our students.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects on how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Hello, welcome back here to Centennial High School, the home of the Eagles. They're visiting South Medford Panthers. We'll take them on today. Had a chance to catch up with head coach Bill Singler. These were his thoughts on the upcoming contest. Here with head coach Bill Singler, going into your first game tonight, Coach. What are you looking for out of your ball club here in this first ball game?
Well, Boom, I think every year you look for effort. You know, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see how hard kids are playing, you know, and who the kids are that are playing hard. And because those are the things that they can control. They can control how hard they play, all right? And sometimes, you know, there's going to be some mental mistakes and be some things that don't work, you know, every play and every series. But if they can control their effort, we got a good chance to win and compete. And so I think that's for me the main thing we'll look for.
Your 22nd year here at the helm for the Panthers, 17-4 your record in opening games. Put that up against anybody in the state, huh?
Well, you know, you always pinpoint certain games, and obviously you pinpoint your opener because it's important to start the season off right. So, you know, this is another opening game for us, and it's on the road, so that's another game we pinpoint as being on a road game. So we have 2-1 tonight. So it's just a tough environment, grass field, which we haven't played on, with a real big crowd, kind of like a throwback to the old Speak Stadium days back in the 60s and 70s, you know, with the big crowd. So, but, you know, it's good to get out of your comfort zone and go in a hostile environment, play on the grass, play on a crown, something you don't see all the time, and, you know, just have to play through it, you know. So, yeah, we're just excited to play a game.
Offensively, what do we look for tonight? Torrin Tuttle looked like in the Mill Tribune today going to get the start. The transfer from North Valley. What should we see out of this offense?
Well, that's a good question. You know, we're kind of as I said in the paper, a work in progress. I don't really know these quarterbacks that well because our senior that played JV didn't play in varsity last year, and Torrin Tuttle did not play here last year. So our two quarterbacks that are seniors have no experience in our, at the varsity level here at South. So, you know, I don't really know their demeanor yet in game situation. We do have, 22 seniors, 23 maybe. I can't remember the exact number, but so that gives us a good quality number of seniors, but not very many played varsity last year. A lot of those kids played JV or they played backup in a backup role at the varsity level. So a lot of unknown factors, a lot of inexperience as far as playing at the varsity level. So yeah, you know, that's what the first game brings. It's kind of like a pro, training camp, preseason game. You know.
Yeah, Coach, good luck tonight. Go get him. Let's get out here with a win, huh?
Okay, we'll
make it 18-4.
Okay.
Love you, Coach. That was head coach Bill Singler, and always fun to chat with him. And real quick, a note on that: Coach's Corner is brought to you by Bill's Glass, proud to be a sponsor of high school athletics in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. And you know that little jingle. If you hear that crash, call Bill's Glass. I'm going to go ahead and bring the chief in here, my color commentator, father/coach/ fire chief. That's why we call him chief. It's not just some weird nickname. But chief, let's go ahead and bring you in here. We're about 11 minutes before kickoff. Opening game. What's the recipe for success? How do you come out of here with a win if you're South Medford?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, just from Coach Singler's standpoint, we control things and your attitude, your effort, how much you give out here tonight. That's kind of what he's looking for early on, and I like his philosophy early on. That's why he's 17-4 going in. But, from the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, of course, special teams comes into play, and a lot of things come in. I told Boom on the way up that probably special teams are going to win this football game tonight. But more than that, it's the first game. They've been working hard all summer long, and they got a lot of adrenaline going, a lot of butterflies going on. And so I think whoever can control their emotions and execute the best early on, especially the first game, September 6th, it's Friday Night Lights, baby.
It's the first Friday in September, so it must be there's a bunch of lights on and football games going, popcorn, hot dogs. Kids are excited. They've been working all year for this. Get an opportunity, especially those seniors and guys that haven't been in those roles before, have that opportunity now to come out here and put it on display. So, like you said, though, it's a game of inches. Little things make a big difference. So who can come out and play without being penalized? On snap count, making sure we get lined up correctly, whether it's offensively or defensively. In my estimation, if you can get lined up correctly, which it doesn't sound like that difficult of a thing to do, but high school football, different formations, different responsibilities, get lined up, do the little things right, and execute. You give yourself a lot better chance to win than if you don't.
And early on, that's especially important. And as Coach indicated in the Coach's Corner, you have a couple senior quarterbacks that really have never played at the varsity level for South, and that's got to be a first in itself in a long time. So this Tuttle kid and the Dan Phillips kid that played for the JVs, it's going to be a lot to see their demeanor, how they react to their game time situations. You can do a lot on 7-7. You can do a lot in practice. You can do a lot at the Jamboree. But until you get under fire at Centennial High School, by the way, this place is rocking. It's a cool little place with a grass field and a crown field that we haven't seen for quite some time in the Southwest Conference because of the turf situation. So,
well, you old SOC fans, it reminds me of the old Eagle Point field. I wasn't around in the 60s and 70s, Chief, like Bill was talking about. I was around in the 80s, 90s, the heydays of SOC football. But the Eagle Point field with the Walter A. Phillips KK, you want to get that stadium over there in the background and not try to get them in the sun?
Like
Ashland Stadium with the Eagle Point Field, and it looks like they're the Eagles, which is crazy, and their uniforms look like the Ashland Grizzlies.
Awesome.
So, I mean, you put it all together, 2 + 2 + 2, and it's like an old SOC matchup, and it's blowing out here too. So, but hey, getting off topic a little bit, going back to Torrin Tuttle though, what a great opportunity for that kid, and you know, coming from a North Valley program and playing at the 4A ranks, and now has an opportunity to come out here and play his first 6A varsity start on the road. You know, a pretty special time for him, and what a great opportunity for him. I look forward to watching him play. He's a great athlete. He's a great leader. He's a good student. He's a 4.0 student. So it'll be interesting to see him get out there. I just talked to him briefly as he was walking back to the locker room before player introductions, and he seems ready. He seems ready for the moment. So
he looks like the real deal, you know, 6'2", 190, and got a lot of athleticism. Coach Singler's excited about giving him an opportunity to see what he can do under a game time situation. So, and I think everybody in the stands, everybody at South Medford's looking forward to seeing what he can do as well. And I know, just talking to his dad briefly too, they're both very excited to be here at South.
Mason DeVries a scratch for tonight. Not going to go. Unfortunately, you know, got a little nicked up this week early in practice, and is a no-go for tonight. So give an opportunity to some of those other guys. Isaac Dillon is one. So we'll see if some of those seniors can step up. Jamal Parnell. Obviously, Austin Boster on the outside, a senior, a playmaker. Bill calls him one of the best skill players in the state. He'll put him up against anybody in the state. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch Austin tonight.
And that's saying a lot coming from Coach Singler about Austin Boster.
We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
For weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sport.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to...
Yeah, that'd be good.
See Coach Singler and the captains taking the field, Jacob Hermont and Jamal Parnell, seniors, returners. Coach Singler coming onto the field as well, and got the game face on, man. How many times have we been sitting in that locker room before game time and coach just say, let it roll, man. Just let it go. Explode on them. And they have the opportunity to do that tonight, so it's pretty special and good timing. As the boys are coming over my shoulder about to take the field here. Chief, last thoughts before this thing gets kicked off.
Well, it's just great to be here. I know they've been working hard all summer, and just briefly back to Austin Foster real quick. You know, he's a senior in his family. Brothers playing this. I remember when he was like 4 or 5 years old, his senior year here, and it's high praise coming from Bill Singler about Austin Foster being one of the best in the state. So looking forward to looking at this new South Medford Panther offense and defensive crew as well. And but I'm with you, Boom. I've been in that locker room, been there side by side with Coach Singh with you guys for the last 22 years, and so it's awesome to be here and open up South Medford Panther football.
5 guys returning on that Panther defense last year that was ranked number 1 in the SWC, only averaging less than 18 or giving up less than 18 points a game. Justin Josephson, a first-team All-League player, DN last year, back. James Dwayne, back. Boster, back. Gio Rios, back. I'm missing somebody. Carson Cota back in the mix. DeVries back, but is scratched tonight. So Panthers with a lot of new faces on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe early now, got to try to rely on that defense. Keep them in it. Try not maybe to not make too many mistakes early and have the opportunity to keep themselves in the game with that defense that returns, half of their players. So key point to watch there,
2
Chief.
years ago, we played for the state championship. We were ahead until the last play of the game. We ended up losing that state championship game. Now we come back and we didn't rebuild. We reloaded last year, ended up losing that first round of playoffs, but the kids had a great year. And under Coach Singler and his coaching staff, I think we were in the same mode. Different names, but we're just reloading. It's not a rebuilding season. They're looking forward to getting after it.
And that's what Coach has got. What he's done here is it's a program. It's a program that keeps replenishing itself. And whoever it is, they just got to step up. It's their time. And 23 seniors have their opportunity now. And guys, go out there and play as hard as they can. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some Friday night football for you, South Medford style. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr.
Hello and welcome back here. Austin Boster back deep to receive for the Panthers as Centennial is going to kick things off to get things started here. Pardon the glare, it's only going to be with us for about 10 minutes. We're on the visiting side, no room in the press box, but hey, we're ready to go Friday night. Gresham Morgan, Centennial versus South Medford, here we go. Boster will run up underneath it. Moves to his right, down the right sideline, out to the 40. Pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, and that's where South Medford will get things started. Senior Torrin Tuttle, the transfer from North Valley, getting the call under center here for the Panthers, Chief.
Hey, first of all, great job there on special teams. I talked about it early on. Special teams got great field position here to start the first series of the night, and with Austin Boster just kind of slippery out there, getting a good return. And first opportunity to take a look at Tuttle, the senior transfer from North Valley, and the Panther offense.
Panthers will go with a tight end here to the field and trips, and there's an inside zone play, and Jamal Parnell breaks a tackle out to the 45 to the 46, and good pickup there by the Panthers on first down, Chief.
Hey, I like that little zone, inside zone, and Parnell, just like his brother, just got a nose forward, running forward, and low shoulder pads. Looked a lot like his brother Jalen on that run there. Good offensive line blocking there. DJ saying he's got a all-new offensive line. They did a pretty good job in that first play.
Yeah, a little inside zone play there for Parnell, able to make the first man miss. Now brings up 2nd and 3, so good execution on first down. Shotgun snap, Parnell runs to the right. Leaning forward, going to be inches short. So it'll bring up 3rd and short here, Chief. But, that's the kind of situation. We talked about this a little bit on the drive up here today. That's the situation you want as a play caller. You much rather have 3rd and 1 than 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and I tell you, one thing I know about Coach Singler, he's going to take what the defense gives you here. And 3rd and 1 at midfield, I wouldn't be surprised to go ahead and run the ball one more time. A little play action works, obviously, but right now, short yardage.
We got an illegal formation right now, Chief. Somebody's got to get on the ball. Timeout South Medford. So look like what they're doing there. They brought an extra running back into the game, so they're going 2 backs with the tight end. Carson Cota has been out there this drive at tight end so far for the Panthers, able to help some holes, but not trying to do too much offensively. Just a couple inside zones so far. In a good situation now here, 3rd and 1. I know at midfield too, Bill is the kind of coach that wants to get his guys going. The physical aspect of the game, he wants to line up and run it down your throat. I mean, people think of Bill Singler, they think of a guy who likes to throw it, But Bill is a run-first coach, and I would know that better than anybody, coaching under him for 11 years, playing for him. It took everything in my power to try to get him to put me in the shotgun playing quarterback for him, but he wants to run the ball, and don't be surprised if it's not Tuttle here.
No, and I think that's a good call in midfield, and even in near a two-down situation, two-down territory, as far as I'm concerned, early on. And
we're going to run tank, Chief.
Go up under center.
Nope. And that's right on the line. That's going to be enough to move the sticks. So Jamal Parnell with second effort there as Tuttle went under center, and that's going to be enough for the first down. And South Medford's got their first one of the season, and now into Centennial territory, Chief.
Good job by Parnell, and like you said, Coach going to take what they give him, and he's a run-first guy to pick up the first down. Number 9 for Centennial came up, made a big hit on Jamal, but he was able to get his forward motion going there and pick up that first down.
They'll stay 2 backs here, 2 backs and a tight end. Boston at the top of your screen. Alvarez down here to the bottom of your screen. In motion. There's a little power look that unable to get the guy off the edge, able to make the play there for Centennial. So no gain there on first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's one thing early in the season, especially preseason here, like 3rd and 1, what you're going to do, what you want to do, pick up that first down, and the coach again there decides to run with the ball here. We're going to get a look here. The key is, how to get Austin out there and get him the ball, get him on the bubble, or get him on a little slant. I'm sure they're probably doubling up on him out there. They know who he is. They watch him play. So the key is out now, get the ball out there and get the ball in Austin's hand.
Mitchell Walker checks back into the game for the Panthers. Parnell checks out. Tuttle under center. And here's a little hitch out to the near side. Boster going to make you miss in space and going to pick up 15 yards. Torrin Tuttle on the strike, and his first completion as a Panther. And the Panthers move the chains with their second first down, Chief.
Right on cue there. I thought that, after you run the ball 4 times, you got a guy like Boster, and Tuttle going to get him in rhythm a little bit and give him something to throw, a little bubble or a little right there, just a little sit-down move, and Austin be able catching the yards after the catch.
And they're playing so soft on him, too. It's like they're begging you to throw it to Boster every time on a hitch right now. And here's a little outside zone. Isaac Dillon cuts it up, makes a man miss, runs the safety over.
That's a good-looking kid right there, Isaac Dillon. We thought it was going to be DeFries, and Isaac Dillon gets the call there. Parnell first 3 or 4 times, but Isaac Dillon looking good there, off tackle on the inside zone.
Bill talked a lot about running back by committee. Obviously, DeVries not playing tonight. You have guys like Parnell, Dillon, the ability to run the ball. We haven't seen Tuttle yet. Here goes Dillon again, able to make the cut, put the foot in the ground, and get vertical. And able to get a pickup of 5 yards there. Nice run by Isaac Dillon.
Good job there by the O-line there, too, getting some movement off the ball and pushing Centennial back every time they get the ball, with the exception of that one play. They've had positive yardage on each carry, boom. So good job by the O-line there, good play call, and, inside the red zone or getting close to being inside, just outside the red zone.
Yeah, right in the red area, I believe. Yeah, about the 21-yard line here. 2nd and 5. Jamal Parnell checks back into the game. We got hog counter, KK. No, we're just power football at him, but Centennial.
That little play action, the running back out of the backfield, Roseburg. That's a Roseburg Indian play.
Yeah.
You can't stop it if you don't get somebody on that running back out of that backfield. Off the play action, that corner doesn't run with them, or if the outside backer doesn't run with them, the end result, you're going to get first down or touchdown there. Great job by Tuttle, and good catch and run there by Dillon.
And it's a great call on 3rd and 5, too, because the Tuttle, obviously athletic, a run-pass situation. So, if he sees daylight there, he can go ahead and run. So, good call there. 1st and goal here at the 8-yard line for the Panthers, and the ball's on the ground.
Oh, no.
Centennial's able to recover it.
That's too bad. It just looked like on the exchange that Tuttle at the running back, it just got on his hip or on his thigh pad, and Centennial, right place at the right time, it just fell on it. And, unfortunate for the Panthers, a great opening drive there.
Yeah, it looked like the fullback. When Tuttle went to belt the ball, as we teach quarterbacks, it looked like the fullback's hip when he went by maybe hit the tip of the ball, and the ball was on the ground. Centennial opportunistically recovers and they'll start things here on their own 10-yard line. Returning quarterback Kyle Fitzgerald trying to get something going here for Centennial deep in their own territory. It's a good play there by the Panthers. We're trying to see numbers at this point because the glare is bad, but good rally to the football there by South Medford.
And I know Coach Parnell.
Safety Riley Heim, sorry.
Good job by Heim there, and I know Coach Parnell is going to bring pressure and going to rally to the football there. And that time they had 2 or 3 guys on the running back and for a short game.
2nd and 7. Quarterback Fitzgerald keeps it, not able to make it anywhere, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 here. Be huge if the Panthers, after turning it over, if the defense was able to get a quick 3 and out, get the ball right back, and then you'd have Boster in the return game as well. So big play here in early too. Something I always remember early is teams would always jump off sides, man. When you went hard count, they would. So hopefully that's one thing you always got to remind those guys early in the season.
Especially this defense, first time out there. Right now for Centennial, they're pretty happy. They like their group.
Here's a wheel route. Able to go up and made a great play. It's the South Medford defense. And that's Riley Heim again knocking that away on a little wheel route by Alex Ibarra. And it was a good throw by Fitzgerald.
I was just going to say
but Heim makes a great play there.
Pretty high in this Centennial quarterback Fitzgerald and Ibarra out of the backfield. And they got a couple of kids, and that's one of them right there. But a great play by Heim on the wheel route where just got there just in time to knock it away.
And we saw Boster on the opening kickoff return. We saw him catch the hitch, make a guy miss. Now he's back for the punt here. And if I was Centennial, I wouldn't punt it to him.
Left, right, short, anywhere but Adam.
It's kind of a high snap. The balloon's back. You don't want to rough him. That is off his foot, side of his foot. Angling back, now bouncing back. And the ball will be down there at about the 30-yard line. So great job by the Panther defense on a sudden change situation, on a turnover. An unfortunate turnover. Peter? Yeah, where's Beach saying Peter? So the Panthers are going to take over on offense here at the 32-yard line. They had about, I think, 4 first downs that first drive, Chief. They looked sharp. Looked like they were going into scoring. An unfortunate, belt the ball, whether the fullback was taking the wrong track or
and we talked about
Tuttle didn't belt it.
Just execute the basics and fundamentals early on in the game and special teams, how critical that is. And Panther defense did their job there. And special teams for Centennial, they, get a less than average punt, and we're right back in business.
Jamal Parnell there on the carry and able to pick up about 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 here at the 28 of Centennial. One guy out here on Boster. Tuttle just looked at him. We're going to go back to the hitch. We're going to make a miss. That looks to be enough for the first down, but no. It's about a yard short, so we're going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Tuttle doing a good job there, just getting the ball out of his hands and getting it out of his hands in less than 2 seconds. And Austin just sitting down on a little hitch route there, and that's what you got to do all night if they're going to go 7 yards deep.
Yeah.
That all night.
Yeah, you can't go broke taking a profit. Mr.
Like that.
Gruden says that. But it's true. So 3rd and 1 here. Zach Miller in the backfield with Tuttle right now. There's another ball on the ground. Tuttle's able to jump back on it. Looks like the mesh was a little bit off there in the backfield, Chief.
And a great job. They're coming in blitzing from the backside linebacker or corner come in. From number 3 for Centennial came in and just broke that up. On the exchange, it just made a big hit there. And fortunate for the Panthers, they didn't turn it over there.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 5 here. South Medford deep in Centennial territory at their 27. Like to capitalize here. Going to miss as it was intended for Carson Coda. And the Panthers will turn it over on downs, Chief.
Actually, I like the play call there, and Coda is kind of running free there at the 10-yard line, and just just overthrew him just by a bit. But Carson Cota on the first call actually been in the ball game tight end there, and big target to look at. And I'm sure you're going to see more of that throughout this game as well as the season.
So Centennial will take over at the Panther 27. Fitzgerald in the shotgun. Fitzgerald's going to keep it, and he finds a crease, and he gets out to the South Medford 44-yard line. Centennial has their first down, or their first down of the game, here with 3.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter, Chief.
Well, Fitzgerald, I was saying early on, it's tough inside the 10, but they're pretty high on this kid, and you can see 5'9", 155, but he's quick. He's a senior and played his tough down there in Spieg last year, and shows his skills and ability to run the ball and keep it right there.
So trips here to the bottom of your screen, and there's a little inside handoff. Nothing doing there. Justin Josephson along with James Dwayne.
That's RJ's son right there.
Yes.
There's a blast from the pass right there, and I just kind of put it together when I seen RJ walk up. But Josephson and James Dwayne, both big old boys, and bringing the load right there.
Well, and Justin, not big in stature, but plays big. 5'10", 170, but plays like he's 6'5", 280. Beats you to the punch, and there's a little inside handoff. And it's tough to see that mesh point because on that mesh, Fitzgerald is so small that he's standing behind that big running back. You can't see who's keeping it, so it really keeps that. You got to stay disciplined if you're on defense. Stick to your responsibility, because at the last second he could pull that and then be around the outside like that.
Yeah, and I don't know that Centennial showed that much last year, this kind of offense. So especially for us up here in the sun, it's tough to see. But on the field, you got to, stay in your lane. As Coach Parnell would say, stay in your lane, do your job, and good things happen.
Here's 3rd and 10. Fitzgerald back to pass. And that's James Dwayne with the sack and the loss of 10 yards.
And James Dwayne, he did not give him much time there. He got right back there in the backfield, got in there on Fitzgerald. Didn't give him much time to see, and I think he's a load like a 6'2", 195 kid. And
guys getting looked at from, SOU's talked a little bit to him. There's some other small college interest right now, and keep making plays like that, maybe the interest will increase. So that'll bring up another punting situation here for Centennial. Boster back to receive. The snap is back, and the kick is off the side of his foot again. He shanked it again. It's about a 15-yard net punt.
Well, that's why you teach your Seth and Silas. That's why we're going to teach you how to punt the ball, because I tell you, at any level, Pop Warner, high school football, college football, last night, Packers and the Bears, that 6'6" kid, putting the Bears back inside their 10 most of the night. And it's huge, and we talked about it on the way up, special teams. Special teams are very, very special, and right now, South is winning the battle on that one.
In the field position game. Now, Panthers, it's time for you to get on the board here. 1:11 left in the first quarter, no score. Here's a play action, looking deep. Tuttle is under pressure, trying to wiggle his way out of it. And we had Boster deep on the post, but unable to have that protection like we talked about as it broke down. And Tuttle, though, doing a nice job there. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
He did a good job there, just kind of, buy himself a little bit of time, but good pass rush there by Centennial. And, early in the season, that's one of the biggest problems you probably have is protection for the quarterback.
Right.
And especially if you want to try to go vertical.
It seems like Centennial bringing a lot of pressure now. If I'm Bill Singler, I'm thinking screen. Screen.
And I think Bill's probably going to see that right now. Inside, little jet.
There is the screen. Boster has it, makes a move to the outside. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, South Medford. Call the screen, Bill. Let's go.
Are you in the headset with the coach down there? Touchdown, Austin Boster and South Medford get on the board. Good call, Bill. Good call, Boom.
Thank you. Worked with that guy for 11 years, so.
Knew that was coming.
Well, if you count when I played for him, 15, so.
And you get it out of your hands quickly, and great blocking, great scheme there.
Lineman, great job being downfield there. Jacob Hermont.
Little wide receiver screen. I mean, you don't see that executed that well at any level. I mean, that's a great job there.
Well, and it's so nice because it's a double screen, so it keeps the whole field honest. So Tuttle did a nice job as he's dropping. Looks like he's reading that front side end. Breaks off with that. Come back. Boster. And the old tunnel screen to the end zone. Extra point is up and good. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
What is a role model? A person looked to by others as an example to be imitated. What is sportsmanship? Fair and generous behavior or treatment of others, especially in a sports contest. This new school year, we want children to enjoy their experience in organized athletics. Let's pledge to make lifelong positive memories for our youth and know your role.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Hello, welcome back. Weren't able to score the first drive. Weren't able to score the second drive. It looked like they were going to. Had the sack there on the first play. Coach Singler dials up the perfect play. Little screen pass to Austin Boster on the tunnel screen. Torrin Tuttle gives him a nice ball. The line do a great job of getting out in front. You give Boster that kind of space. Say goodnight. Here's a little reverse on the kickoff return. Panthers not fooled. James Dwayne stays at home and says, gotcha.
Well, back to that offensive set and offensive series, Boom. We just talked about trying to get them vertical, but at a certain point there, when early in the game, when you want to get some protection for the quarterback, you got to throw the bubble, you got to throw the jet, and then come back. And he called it to Austin Boster, not his first rodeo, but for Torrin Tuttle, his first touchdown in South Medford Panthers.
Awesome stuff. 16 seconds left to play here in the first period. The Panthers leading 7-0. Centennial's able to, they've in 2 possessions, they've had 1 first down. Besides that, the Panthers have done a very nice job defensively. Here's a little counter play, and there's nothing there.
I always hated to call that counter back in the day. It's slow developing, with a tough Panther defense that's penetrating. You run that counter, it's either going to go for a touchdown or it's going to result in 2-3 yard loss, just like
that was our boy Chucky Campbell.
Chucky Campbell.
Swack Diesel hit the big home run against the Black Tornado in baseball season, able to come up with a tackle for loss on first down. So we're going to move to the second quarter. That's it for the first quarter. The Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Centennial on offense when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Hello, welcome back. Going to the second quarter. Panthers leading 7-0 over the Centennial Eagles. Panthers got started, had a couple good drives, but both had turnovers, one a fumble, one on downs, and able to score in their third possession when Austin Boster took a screen pass 51 yards for the score. And Centennial on second and long there, not able to get anything going. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long here for Centennial. And
right now, other than that big run by Fitzgerald there off the option, a little count or triple option play, South defense is kind of dominated. So doing a good job with their quickness and their pressure and rallying to the football right now, and got them figured out.
Quarterback keeps, then flips on the option. On 3rd and 10, it's going to be close to that first down marker. And I think they're going to go ahead and give him the first down.
See, I talked to you soon. I should have just waited. That was their first down, or second first down. I guess Fitzgerald got that big run, but good execution there by Fitzgerald on the option there, and reading that defensive end. The corner coming out, just couldn't get there, and big first down for Centennial.
So 1st and 10 here on the pickup there from Centennial. Inside handoff, Justin Josephson able to wrestle him down after a 4-yard gain. It's tough playing against a team like this right out of the gate because you have to be so disciplined. You got to have your responsibilities. You know, you take one step incorrectly, if you don't close a gap, if you're not square, if you're not playing with great knee bend, people are going to run through you. And so it's a real good test here early for the Panthers. And Josephson's in there again with good penetration, able to make the tackle. And
good job that time by D-line there. And Josephson, the first contact. And Centennial's running that ball. You know, they're running hard at Barra and Fitzgerald, returning seniors on that group. And your O-line, you know, right now they're going toe-to-toe with South. And big down here for Centennial from a momentum standpoint.
Last time they went into this I formation, it was that little belly option look. They got him on the pitch. Here's a little play action pass and a comeback there. Fullback in the flat. That's going to be a first down there for Centennial. As Daniel Leyva in the flat. Good pass there by Kyle Fitzgerald on 3rd and 5. Centennial able to move the chains and got something going here.
I tell you, I love that play call, little play action, running back out in the flat. Same thing we did down there to get the first down earlier in the ball game. Great execution there by Centennial. A good call there, and great execution by Fitzgerald. And I'm not sure if that was that bar out there in the flat or not.
Yeah, Leyva.
Leyva. He's a good kid.
Here's a little power play to the left for Centennial, and that looked like a hold. That didn't get called. It was a 2-point takedown by their fullback, but a receiver.
It's either a heck of a block or it was a hold that they missed. But atypically, not very many flags thrown here early, if any.
Right.
I can't remember. I know it's only the second quarter.
First game for the officials too.
So that's a good sign that both teams penalty-free so far.
2 receivers at the top of your screen, 2-back situation, hand off there to the fullback. He's able to push forward. That's 21, Leyva again, sorry.
So yeah, they got some kids. They got Fitzgerald and they got Barra, they got Leyva, and they got this is just not a cakewalk and early preseason ball game. These are 2 pretty good ball clubs right now.
Playing to try and have to defend the triple option. Get you ready for Roseburg. The veer. Here's a little speed option look, and there's the pitch. Able to make the play there. As trying to catch that number. 11, Caleb Barney, able to come up and make the play. Free safety coming up and running the alley there.
I tell you,
inside out.
That speed option. If that DN doesn't get him right now, I mean, he reads that defensive end, and if he doesn't come, if he comes, he gives it to him, and that was the case there. But good job by Barney coming up and make that tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7, and the handoff able to break the tackle is number 9, Kobe Hine. And Kobe makes that first man miss, able to get about 8 more after contact or so, and Centennial putting together a little drive here. Down to like the Panther 31.
Might have given the old broadcaster change when we were dominating there on defense. But like you said, triple option look or an eye belly look, that's tough to defend.
Here's a little power look back to the right. James Dwayne blows it up, bounces him out. Good job by Dwayne there, wrong arm, we call that trying to block, that fullback's trying to kick you out, able to make that old wrong arm move, bounce them, and then your safety fills or your corner comes up with leverage. And good play there defensively by the Panthers. 2nd and 7 here, so if you're a defensive guy, that's a win. You don't want it to be 2nd and 6 or less. So
I'm just trying to get the number on that. Our safety coming up, or the corner coming up, number 3.
Rajon Sherrar
came up, did a good job, got him out of bounds.
Oh, and there's a false start by Ibarra. Alex Ibarra, the returning tight end, 6'2", 190 for Centennial. Moves soon there. And that's going to make it 2nd and 12. So now Centennial behind the sticks here. And if you're Coach Parnell, if you're any defensive coach across the country, say, hey, we'll let him move it between the 20s. But when you get down to that red zone area, now we got to bow our neck and get that stop. So getting behind the chains, 2nd and 12 here. Formation now here is what I would call into the boundary. So maybe looking for something coming back or something tricky. All this green grass here to the bottom of your screen. They're going to run power into the boundary, and able to bounce it is 21, Leyva again, and good run there by the senior running back. Or excuse me, senior running back. 5'10", 180 pounds. Brings up about 3rd and 6 here.
So good challenge, good test here for Panther defense, and they've been on the field for a few minutes here. So
it's been about 5 minutes they've been on the field, Chief.
So big play.
Almost
here.
Half of the second quarter is gone here. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter. The Panthers leading 7-0. They're going to run power back to the left. Dwayne able to make a play. He fought off the blocker. Good job of using the hands and leverage. Fights the block off and then able to make the tackle, and that's going to bring up a big critical 4th and 5 here. In a one-possession game here in the second quarter, after Centennial's put together a nice drive with 4 or 5, third down conversions, getting first down. See what Centennial does here. It's got to be close to delay of game time. Maybe Centennial running the clock down and
timeout here.
Try to call a timeout. Try to get the right personnel on the field.
That's I love that James Dwayne kid. He's got a motor, and he seems to be in the right place at the right time for the Panthers on each play. He's coming up either.
And there is the timeout, Centennial. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
Hello, welcome back here. Panthers leading 7-0, 6:33 remaining second quarter, Chief. Big 4th and 5 situation. Centennial on offense trying to execute. First thing I'm going to say is we got to watch the ball. Don't jump. Okay? Not that we have, but that's just a pet peeve of mine. Secondly, we got to wrap up. We got to tackle.
Yeah, because right
fullback
now,
in the flat, right?
Yeah, and they haven't been able to effectively throw the ball vertically down the field, so they're looking for something in the flat off play action.
There's a fumbled snap. And that's going to turn it over on down. South Medford's going to take over there, so the defense holds up, Chief.
There we go. Back to doing the little things, just a center snap that you don't take care of in a big situation. You got to be able to execute the basics and the fundamentals, and preseason is tough to do all the time, do everything right all the time. In this situation, not able to get it done, and Panthers defense stiffens there and holds up under a pretty good-looking offense there on that triple option. A couple times that little I formation and option off to the outside.
Had a drive going. Here, tight end to the bottom of your screen. Carson Coda at tight end. Here's a little bubble out to the flat. Ooh, and that nice gain. Pickup of about 4 there for the Panthers. Didn't catch who caught that one.
I was thinking it was...
Is that Mitchell Walker?
Number 36?
Yeah, Mitchell Walker on the catch. So a pick of about 3. They're going to be 2nd and 7. Panthers trying to get something going here. They've been on the sideline for quite a while, the offense. The Centennial had about a 6.5-minute drive. It fizzled out after a turnover on downs. Here's a little outside zone. Isaac Dillon, and he's going to lead forward for about 1 yard. There's a late flag coming in.
I don't know if we have a hold, if we actually have a face mask maybe. I don't know.
Could be something after the play, Chief. I didn't see it till late. Looks like they're going to walk it off against the Panthers. So holding South Medford.
You know, I thought the last second I seen him grab a face mask, but got a hold call there. But that Isaac Dillon's a load and runs hard with the football there. Good defensive play by Centennial, keep it for a short gain, but nullified by the hold.
So now that's going to take it back deep into the Panthers' own territory. 2nd and 17 at their own 21. Not trying to get it all back here. Maybe try to get half of it if you're South Medford. Here's a drop back. Here's a little screen. Dillon catches it. He breaks outside.
A little old school screen there, you know. Your basic versus what we score on. Look left, look right, and come back to the left and go and score. A little old school, bring them to you, bring them to you, bring them to you, and then dump it. Well defended by Centennial there.
Yeah, South able to pick up about 7 there. See what Bill has here dialed up.
Big play here, you know, don't late in the first half, you know. Don't want to do anything crazy inside the 30-yard line, and so I think it'll be, you know, maybe a possession, maybe something to Austin. We can get down, get to the sticks, try to find him right at the 10, you know, 10 to 12-yard route. You know, a little draw, another screen doesn't hurt my feelings either here, you know. Just don't get real crazy or turn it over or anything. 2-back set.
Coda now splits out. Go to a 4-wide set with 2 backs, or excuse me, 3 wide, 2 backs. Centennial will call timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this quick word.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back here. 5:28 left in the second quarter. The Panthers lead 7-0. South Medford has the ball on about the 30-yard line here. 3rd and 10 situation. So we'll go 4 wide out of the timeout. Here's the snap to Tuttle. We're looking back out in the flat. Isaac Dillon running away from the safety. Able to get about 5, so that's going to bring up a 4th down situation here for South Medford. Good call by Coach Singler.
Yeah, I like that call, Boone. I was talking about not doing anything crazy, get to the sticks or, something out of the backfield like that. And Centennial, number 55, comes up, makes a great tackle there and wraps up Dylan. And otherwise, we pick up the first down there. But force them to make a good play and don't risk that turnover.
Timeout by Centennial here. Maybe they didn't call timeout. That was a quick one, if it was. We're going to have the superintendent of the Medford School District, the new superintendent, guy who played 1A football in the state of Texas, Dr. Brett Champion.
I like his last name.
Yeah, there's the punt. Fielded there by number 2, Khalid McAllister, and good coverage there by the Panthers. But no, Dr. Champion, Joe Brett had a little interview. The head honcho at Table Rock Sports. I got to sit down with Dr. Champion, and we'll hear his thoughts about coming here to beautiful, well, not here, but beautiful Southern Oregon. And we'll have that for you guys at halftime. Centennial will take the ball over at their own 37-yard line.
Not a great punt there, but good enough.
Better than what Centennial's had so far, right?
From a special team standpoint, we didn't turn that thing over, and we got him at the 36-yard line, and so good job overall for special teams for South.
There's a back out, and good hit out there by Panthers, and that's Riley Heim.
Again, yeah, he's all over the place. Him and James Dwayne, Riley Heim, and the Panthers, all of them rallying to the ball, but those two especially have been in the right place at the right time for South tonight.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7. It seems to me like Centennial's not quite sure if they want to be in like I formation and run the triple option, or if they want to be in the gun and
kind of looking for an identity right now.
Here they're out of the gun. Fitzgerald comes away. Good contain there by the Panthers. Nate Krupp able to keep his outside leverage, force it back into the rest of the defense, and Panthers able to stop Fitzgerald there, quarterback for Centennial, with a minimal gain, if a no gain at best. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 6 here with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Panthers leading 7-0 on an Austin Boster. I think it was 51-yard Austin Boster touchdown on a screenplay from Torrin Tuttle. Panthers want to get a stop here, want to get the ball back and get one more score before the half. Fitzgerald keeps, dances around the right side, and able to pick up that first down.
And I'd say right there we got.
And there's a late flag.
Maybe a personal foul there, late hit. Can't tell for sure, but well after the play, flag's out.
We'll check the call down on the field. It looks like Fitzgerald almost snapped that thing early and kind of danced around the right side. And
well, if I'm Centennial and a personal foul on the Panthers there, or unsportsmanlike. But talking about identity, Boom, it's right now. If I'm Centennial, there's no question what my identity would be against this tough Panther defense. I'd keep the ball in Fitzgerald's hand and keep running that little option stuff, little belly option. They run it out of the eye. They run it out of split backs, but he's a tough kid, a competitor, and wants to keep the ball. He's fast and tough to contain.
So first down here for Centennial at the Panthers 30. And it's a little inside power play. And picking his way through there was
a host of Panthers on the stop there.
Is that Ibarra on the carry? So able to make the tackle after about a 3-yard run there.
They move him from tight end to running back from time to time, so it's tough between him and Leyva, whether it's Leyva or Ibarra there, but I think it was Ibarra on the carry there.
And Kobe Hine, not to be mistaken with Riley Heim, who's on our team. Kobe Hine has also been getting some carries for Centennial. A fullback keeps there, able to pick up a couple, and That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 here with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left and counting.
And based on what happened last year and the fact that Centennial had a lot of returners back and a new-look Panther group, figured this was going to be a dogfight, and that's what's going on right now, Boom.
Centennial letting a little bit of that clock come, that clock dwindle. Don't want to allow the Panthers to have the ball back with much time. So they say, hey, we're either going to score or you're not going to get it back with any time. And that play is stuffed right up the middle.
Great job. Was that Carson Coda? Or?
No, I think that was Nathan Roars.
Is that Roars? Is that Sammy's little boy?
Little brother. Nathan Roars.
Little Roars.
Nady Roars. Sammy's little big brother.
Little big brother. Sammy Roars. Hey, you can tell. That's what's.
It's either Roars or Campbell. It's got to be Roars or Chucky.
I seen Coda's in that mix there too. I thought he came out and put the first lick, but.
So a big 4th down and 6 here. Panthers defense has risen to the occasion in every opportunity so far. Here's a quarterback, rolls away. Man wide open, but ball's tipped up in the air and knocked down, and the Panthers will take over on downs again.
Great pressure out there, too, on the end. Getting in Fitzgerald's face a little bit there by number 50 for South, and caused a little disruption there.
Jamal Parnell, it looked like he maybe the receiver was open. It looked like Ibarra was open. Fitzgerald threw it a little bit high and behind him. Parnell was about a step behind, but came in hard, made a nice hit as that ball just kind of hit Ibarra in the backhand. Ball pumped up, incomplete, turnover on downs. Panthers take over here with 1:19 left in the 2nd quarter. And
for blood in that family there.
Yeah, the Parnell family.
Little Parnell savvy football guy right there. Save that first down. Get the ball back for South.
Here's a little fly sweep look, and they give it to Boster, and he not able to get too much out of it. Good pursuit, good containment there by Centennial.
We talked about how we were going to get the ball to Boster, and that was one of the things I thought Bill would try to do is give him that little fly sweep look. And
we talked about how are we going to get the ball in Austin's hands as many times as possible with still keeping him healthy. We want to get him as many touches as possible, but when you're a receiver, you can't be back there toting it around 20 times. But one way that we talked about was the screen game and the fly sweep game on the way up here. We've seen both now here in the first half. When you have a dynamic athlete as Austin in open space, you'd be crazy as a coach not to try to use his weaponry, and
get him some touches.
Use his skill set. So I like what Coach Singler does there. And then you have a lot of things off that where you're going to have misdirection. You have some play action stuff that can get other people open because there's a lot of people that are going to focus on 14 this year.
And that may be their challenge is, find that second guy.
Tuttle keeps around the end. Breaks contain. Looks to turn it up. Little shake and bake. Shimmy. Steps out of bounds for about a 7-yard pickup. Torn Tuttle in space. Looked good there.
Yeah, and good job there by Torm just to, don't do anything crazy. It was late in the first half. Nobody's open. Get what you can, make what you can out of that play. And good job showing his athleticism there and decision-making skill.
47 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 9. Tuttle's going to roll to his left. Little bit late on the throw. He had Alvarez there open and fortunately unable to hit him. So now 42 seconds left, a 3rd down and 9 situation.
And again, Boom, just like I said in that last time, we went, call a timeout and went to Dillon out of the backfield and not do anything crazy here. Go in 7-0 at half's fine, and we'll be happy with that. We just don't want to turn it over and do something crazy at the end of the half.
This is probably a run here to make them, use one of their last timeouts. I think they only have one left. Oh, good throw by Tuttle on the out route.
And
Austin Boster, great route, great job getting his head turned around, and they're going to give him that kind of space. I would think that we could just do that every time for like the next 4 plays, and then we can run the out and up when we're about the 20 and we'll score.
Tuttle does a
Right?
great job there. Yeah, because you're going to come up eventually. You're going to get tired of that. You're going to sit on it, and then you just pump him. He's going. It's the old pump and go, and did that in 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah.
It's going to work, you know. But great job getting the ball out of his hands. Great route there by Austin, and he got the ball out quickly, and good things happen. And
Well, and the thing that's impressive to me about Tuttle on that was his footwork. Because when you throw that out route, I don't care if it's to the field or the boundary, your feet have to be underneath you, and that was a quick 1, 2, 3 on the third step. No hitch, no overstride, no head moving, head steady. On that third step, had his weight going off that back foot, going forward, chin tuck, and let it rock, baby. And threw a rocket right there. Austin Boster, great route, great job getting the head around, getting the arms and hands underneath the ball together, and good execution for the first down in a critical situation.
Offensive line loves you for that too. Don't stand back there for 4 seconds and think I'm going to protect you. It's not going to happen. You got to get it out with under 3 seconds, and he certainly did it there.
Here's Jamal Parnell out of the backfield and just pops out of his hand. That looked a little bit late on the hit. They're looking for Parnell down the right sideline there.
Yeah, what we used to call that play.
I don't want to say it on air because
everybody will know it then. I love that little rocket play
don't say it.
Don't say it. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you during the break.
But well executed.
We had a lot of it in Medford the last couple nights. Don't say it.
I love that play call.
Jeff Berry's nickname.
Close. Yeah. I got it. I'm not going to say it.
There's Carson Cota hooking up over the middle and
big boy.
Going to run you over. Ball's out. Ball came out. Centennial's on top of it, and they recover. And they'll take over here with 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Their own 48. Good execution there by the Panthers, by Tuttle, getting the ball out to Cota. Trying to make a play.
Yeah, and I really like the good-looking kid.
Fortunately, it popped out, Chief.
Yeah, and that happens. It's called football. That's what it's shaped like that, and guys are coming at you hard to get a hand in there. But that's a good look. For things to come down the way, and they got the ball at midfield. They didn't do that at their own 10 or 15. I think Panther defense can rise to the occasion here and get them in the locker room.
25 seconds left. Here's a 5-wide situation and an out pattern to the top of your screen. It's completed. Looks like one timeout here for Centennial. McAllister makes the catch. Fitzgerald on the nice throw on the out route. 19 seconds left. Clock ticking. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Having a long time. They snap it. Going to look for the same kind of play. It's tackled in the middle of the field.
Good job by the Panthers.
5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds left here in the second quarter. Centennial will use their last timeout. So this should be the last play of the half. Centennial have it on the Panthers' 33-yard line, trying to find a way to get into the end zone. I'm not thinking that they have a guy that on a natural grass field is going to be able to kick a 50-yarder into a nice breeze. You never know.
Yeah, I think they're out of field goal range myself. At least in pregame, I didn't see anybody booting them that far. So I don't think that they're going to try and dial up a field goal. But
the two things that scare me here, Chief, obviously the vertical passing game, but the thing that really scares me as a coach is the screen game. And the reason that it does, sprint away, throw back, sprint away, and you get those guys out in front, and you can clear out a side of a field, get those linemen out in front, and you're playing in that soft, deep zone or man with two free over the top. It's tough, and that's echoes of Donnie Reynolds in 1969, Corvallis against Medford at Spiegelberg Stadium, 60 yards untouched to beat the Black Tornado in the semifinal.
And we're just saying, hey, keep everybody in front of you.
Knock it down.
Knock it down. Don't try and, But at the same time, stay in your lane.
He rolls to his right. He goes deep. There's a receiver out there. And we're going to have pass interference, it looks like.
Wow.
Which I don't know if I agree with that call, Chief.
It looked like...
It looked like he should have caught it. I'll say that.
I was going to say, I thought he caught it for a second there, but... got flags down and getting a PI call.
So that's going to make it
15 yards.
15 yards closer. They were at the 33. That's going to move them to the 18-yard line. So now they could be in field goal range. Wow. It looked like he should have caught that. What a great throw there.
And we were just talking about don't let anybody get behind you, and that's exactly what we did. And the guy makes a great throw, and I thought he made a great catch. Just came out.
Fitzgerald with a very nice throw there. And Panthers fortunate. It sounds weird because he didn't catch it, but fortunate that he didn't catch it. It looked like he was underneath it almost.
Coach Singler coming in picking up the football.
Coach Singler's in the back of the end zone yelling at the safeties, let's go. Nothing behind you. You catch that, KK?
This is just another Friday night on the practice field with Coach Singler in the end zone.
Yeah. Sings in the end zone saying, nothing behind you. Nothing behind you. Chase!
Or something.
He's in the end zone, so if they throw like a deep out right now, it might be a personal foul on us.
Or he's saying something bad about that guy's mother. I don't know. Who made that call?
South Medford's now going to take a timeout. They put the ball on the 10-yard line. Is that right?
So
it's a 23-yard penalty.
I thought
the ball was on the 33-yard line the play before.
Yeah, so I thought in high school it was 15 yards for a PI.
Well, I just don't understand why the ball's on the 7-yard line. Looks like the 7-yard line. Is it south ball?
I guess there was 2 penalties on a call, Boom. There was a PI and a second on sportsman. And sportsman-like conduct too there. So 2 penalties.
Wow.
I didn't see that either, so it had to be something.
The ball was on the 33-yard line the play before. So whatever penalty it was a 24-yard penalty, which figure that one out. Can't do it. So they obviously have the wrong spot from the last play.
And I think Bill might have been saying something about that. I don't know.
So the ball here is on about the 10-yard line. No time on the clock. This will be the last play of the half, barring a penalty.
Now
Fitzgerald sends Ibarra in motion.
Might be manning up here now inside the 10.
Going to go to the backside, and there's a little fade stop route. And that's a touchdown there for Khalid McAllister, and Centennial in the last play of the first half able to score a touchdown.
And that's what we were talking about earlier when, with less than a minute, not to do anything crazy and turn it over, and then get an unfortunate turnover, and things happen. No matter if it's high school, college, or the NFL, you can score quickly in this game today with the timeouts and, killing the ball. And you have to give them credit there. Good job by Centennial. Great catch and throw there by Fitzgerald to McAllister.
Yep.
For the touchdown.
Colby Pleath on for the extra point.
And looked like he got a hand in there, got a block.
And no good. So the Panthers will take a 7-6 lead into the halftime break. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with Dr. Brett Champion, the new superintendent here, Medford School District. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
What is a role model? A person looked to by others as an example to be imitated. What is sportsmanship? Fair and generous behavior or treatment of others, especially in a sports contest. This new school year, we want children to enjoy their experience in organized athletics. Let's pledge to make lifelong positive memories for our youth and know your role.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
The high seas are directed by Annie, Rhonda, and Lou. Team, please take your positions.
Hello, welcome back. Hey, Medford Superintendent Dr. Brett Champion, here's what he had to say about coming to Southern Oregon.
Early in the season, it's a really good game. How have you found Medford, and how's the transition been?
The whole Medford community has been incredibly welcoming and supportive, and I've loved to see how this entire community rallies around our schools. I mean, it's just such good things happening for kids all over this community. It's good stuff.
What did you see about the district that presented opportunities you're interested in, challenges maybe that you'll face here in Medford?
Yeah, a lot of great things already happening for students here in this school district. I mean, some of the work around pathways is really incredible, and opportunities for kids to get involved early on to see, am I interested in a particular field or not, and learning that is really incredible here in the district. Yep. And then we have a great board of directors who is very interested in how do we ensure that our students are ready for whatever their next step is. And we talk about having every option open for them. And so that's important too, to have a board that understands that it's got to be always about the students. And then I've gotten to know a lot of the staff here in the district, and whether they're in the classroom or coaching, or they're at central office, or frankly in cafeterias or driving a bus. These are folks who are focused on the students, and so having that opportunity to work with these adults who are so interested in ensuring that our students are successful is just a joy. And so it has been part of my very fortunate career to be able to work in districts where that's been the case, and that's certainly the case here too. And so I was very interested in doing that in a little bit different locale here in Southern Oregon, which has been a joy as well.
Excellent. Heard great things about your visits to Kids Unlimited and Logos to charter schools.
Sure.
School is a little different as we go forward. Meeting the needs of kids, so that's a neat opportunity within the district, a new opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So this idea of options for kids is something that is very exciting to me. We know that as adults, we like having options whenever we make choices about a variety of things, and the same should be true for our parents and for our students as well. Within a system, having opportunities for students to explore a variety of things, whether, to your point, whether it is in a different environment, a particular different school, or whether it is within our traditional schools, having options for kids is always a good thing. And frankly, it leads to a more quality education, because then the student's able to get in and experiment with some things. And it's not just finding things they love. That's exciting, of course. Yep. But equally exciting is when kids get into something and realize, I hate this. You know, I mean, how much better to discover that when you're 16?
They call that math.
No. How much better to discover that you think you want to be a vet, and instead of figuring out at 26, after you've invested in all the schooling, that I don't really like this. How much better when you're 16 to say, this is gross. I don't want to deal with this. I mean, no offense to vet folks. I appreciate those guys. But again, we want to make sure that there are options for kids in a variety of places, not just high school either. Yeah. One of the things we talk about, I love the staff here in the Medford School District, talking to some elementary teachers recently, this idea of making sure that students are building relationships with each other in our classrooms is so important, because we're a relationship business. I mean, that's what we're all about. And so part of our work with social emotional learning and ensuring that our kids are knowing how to get along with each other, and part of that is in this whole idea of choice.
Yeah, I saw you up in McNary. Yeah, sure. With that junior, that one running back. What's that? The junior? They're running back at the bunch of athletes. Oh, McNary? Yeah. They had a big line last year. They were really big. They were very good until the end of the season. They were like 1-6, and then they came on at the very end of the season. Yeah. Why is he playing? Well, that kid from North, he took the stick off for a touchdown. And that, early in the season, they ran that Spence kid. They were very good. Yes, he is. Coral City. They went straight down the field. And I think it was just 10-12 straight runs, and then they threw one pass and then fumbled. We're tracking it. We got them this year too. Yeah, I think they were playing the same team, same schedule. Now it's just opposite.
Where was it? It was on that pole like that.
So North's up 21-6, I guess.
So 7-6 here at halftime. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a little breakdown of the first half action. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Officer Mike Jackson, Medford Police Department School Resource Officer for South Medford High School, as well as 5 elementary schools nearby. With 5 resource officers working in partnership with Medford schools, safety is a top priority and essential to promoting a positive learning environment. SROs receive specialized training in how to communicate with students in a school setting and also teach classes to students, staff, and parents on important safety issues. I'm School Resource Officer Mike Jackson, working to ensure the safety of our students.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Hello, welcome back. Oh, sorry. 7-6. South Medford has a lead here at halftime. 6 minutes left until we get things going here again. Got some updates for you around the state. North Medford leads 28-6 in the second quarter. Grants Pass at home against Oregon City down 10-9 in the second quarter. The Crater Comets at home against Wilsonville up 21-0. Oh, excuse me, Grants Pass up 19-10 over Oregon City. Looked like it was 9 or 10-9, but 19-10. So Grants Pass has the lead. North Medford has a big lead. Crater has a big lead. And then also we cover the Grant games. Brian Gregg covering things for Grant. Grant is leading Gresham 14-0 at half. Interesting first half there, Chief. You know, South Medford offensively started, able to move down the field on their first drive inside the 10-yard line. Looked like something happened in the ball handling, whether the fullback hit it or Maybe tried to hand off to the wrong person. Anyway, didn't come away with any points. Their defense, they were able to hold up nicely on the 3-and-out, got the ball right back, and then turn it over on downs. South Medford then defensively able to hold up again, and when South got the ball back, it only took 2 plays to get their first and only touchdown of the game, and that was Torrin Tuttle to Austin Boster on a screen pass that went for 51 yards.
Yeah, so, we talked about it early on, offensive, defensive, special teams, and then who can maintain your composure early on and execute the basics, and the turnover issue becomes the real issue early on in the season, and that's kind of what we saw in the first half is turnover late in the first half allowed Centennial plus a couple flags down there where we actually had them stopped, then we get a couple flags and they score, but all result of turnovers. Our touchdown, their touchdown, so preseason, you kind of expect that, and as we talked about early in the game about attitude, effort, you can control those kinds of things, and certainly the turnovers you have to minimize and you work on and staying away from those. But, so far for South, Tuttle, he looks like the real deal, getting the job done, made some really good throws, maintained his composure and handled the ball club, got him up there and got him out of the huddle and did some good things. Boster, we knew we were going to get from Boster, and unfortunately Mason DeVries is not able to go tonight. But offensively, I think the Panthers done some good things, and their defense looks, really quick, rally to the ball, showing a lot of pressure. So a lot of good things happened for South in the first half. Just unable to get a lot of offensive things going.
Right. Jamal Parnell looked good early. Isaac Dillon looked good, later on. Tuttle, though, when he was throwing the ball out of the gun, and when he was getting it out of his hand quick, looked good. When he was under center, if I'm going to be harsh, but I feel like, if I was coaching him, I would tell you, we can't ever have the ball on the ground, and regardless of where anybody's going, if somebody were to run by and hit the ball, you're belting it so hard, that thing's not going to pop out. So that one, the turnover was on downs. Carson's fumble late. Carson Coda made a nice catch. It was a second effort play, so it wasn't like, it's tough. It's tough to criticize. That stuff happens. Somebody puts their helmet on the ball, it pops out. You can preach ball security all you want, pops out, and then in the last play of the half, we get 2 penalties of pass interference and then an unsportsmanlike penalty. So 24 yards of penalties. It was at the 33, then went to the 9. With no time remaining on the clock, Centennial is able to get their first score, and it makes it a 7-6 ball game here. Panthers take the lead into halftime, but with the 2 turnovers, Tuttle inside the 10, Coda in the last 30 seconds, and then the turnover on downs they had deep in the Centennial territory, to be up 7-6 with those 3 turnovers offensively, when that could have been points with the penalties, with not a lot of experience on your side, lots of positives for the Panthers, but if you turn those 3 or 4 negatives, just little negatives the other way, this could be 21-0, 21-7. So preaching that to the boys in the locker room at halftime, and keep making plays, keep sticking with it, keep doing little things right, we'll be okay.
And I tell you, Bill said it, and he's long, 22 years in high school, and probably another 22 years at college level coaching, and in a hostile environment on a crown field, playing on grass, 300 miles from home, and leading 7-6 with all the adversity there. So it shows good signs, and I think our defense looks really strong and quick. And offense is going to come along. I think they're going to be fine. But I think Centennial's much improved as well.
Absolutely. And when you have that many kids back from a team that goes 4-6, gets to the playoffs, you're going to be better than you were the last time. So South had more questions as far as experience coming into this game than Centennial did. Centennial had pretty much their whole team back last year that went 4-6 and played that senior-laden South team tough last year, 28-7 at home. So Panthers having that 7-6 lead, got to feel good about that. Keep building on that. Centennial's going to get, Coach Berm's down there warming them up. But Centennial going to get the ball to start the second half. Let's see how that South Medford defense comes back after giving up that touchdown on the last play of the half. Try to get a 3 and out, get the ball back for their offense.
That'll be big, for their defense to be able to respond to that. And, that's the other thing that happens on the road a lot. You get penalties on the road. Seems like you get, although it's Spiegelberg, we've had our share of bad calls as well. But on the road, you seem to get them a little more often than you get at Spieg. And that's what happened at the end of the half.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, second half action.
Let's go!
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice a full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
Going to the second half here. Got about a minute before the second half kicks off. And I think if you tell Bill before the game we're up 7-6, with all the inexperience and all their experience, might take it. Definitely take it over being down. So lots of good things to keep building on.
Yeah, I thought Coach Sinton was, comfortable before the game and, confident and, pretty happy with his ball club, with his football team, what they've been able to accomplish over the summer in 7-on-7 and SOU camp and all the things they've been through and, trying to get a running back healthy. And I think overall he's pretty happy with his ball club right now and had some good things, make a few adjustments and clean up a few things and get after him in the second half.
South Medford's going to kick it off here to get things going in the second half, and no better way to get things started if you're South than getting the stop, getting the ball back.
I always say it's a big series. That this is a big series. You kick it deep, play some good defense, get the ball in good field position, go and score to start the half, and just put on cruise control from there. And I think they have the capability to do that with the team. But again, I think Centennial is much improved. They're playing at home. They've got some seniors with some talent, and it seems like they can go toe-to-toe physically with South. Early on, I didn't think so, but second quarter they seem to be able to match up pretty good.
They got some guys, but South, it's kind of that deal. South is the kind of program where they're not going to be the biggest team in any game they play, but they're going to come and hit you and hit you and hit you. And they're just going to keep flying around and flying around. That's how these kids are wired. That's how these coaches are wired. That's how the program's wired. That's how we're so successful. One of the top 6 teams since going to the 6A category. Top 6 teams in the state winning percentage since it went to 6A football.
And I think if you go back even further to 2000, even higher percentage. I think maybe in the top 3 or 4 teams.
Yeah. And Bill, And really, after Bill got there, it was 3 years of whoa, and then that third year 2000, got things started going back the right way, and, one good season turns into two in another, and just kind of domino effect after that. So things line up, and stars line up, and things start going well for you. So
pretty good staff here. If you got to go to battle, you got DJ down there, and Coach Bauer, Coach Berman, our strength conditioning coach down there warming them up there to start the half, and done a lot of work in the weight room, and Coach Parnell and Coach Coda. So
good kickoff.
We got some good folks to go to battle with.
Panthers are going to wrap him up deep in Centennial's own territory. Centennial started about the 12-yard line. That was Khalid McAllister on the return, and Panthers just on cue, like I was just talking about, going to fly around and going to come and hit you. And
that James Dwayne again?
Probably. Guy's an all-state like hurdler, so.
We got a flag down.
Another one?
I don't know if that's a flag or a mark.
So Centennial is going to be backed up here and going to start deep in their own territory at about their own 6-yard line. So if you're South Medford and Coach Singler, just what you wanted.
Great coverage there, that kickoff group, and I know Coach Parnell and Coach Bauer and the whole group. They get out there and coach that kickoff return crew.
Well, inside run and ball's out. South Medford got on top of it. Did they? Looks like they're giving a second down mark. Did we not come up with the ball? Wow. It looked like we landed right on it, but Centennial got back on top of it, so that would have been a huge play. So 2nd down and 7 now for Centennial. But at least the first 2 plays coming out of the locker room, boys look fired up. Under center goes Fitzgerald, and looking out in the flat, right there.
Wow, great read.
James Dwayne. Is that James?
Yes, I tell you.
Says, no, sir. No, sir.
Say, don't want to throw that if, the guy's going, I didn't get the receiver's numbers going, really, Kyle, are you throwing that to me right now? Do not throw that pass to me.
There's got to be somebody open behind me, bro.
Great defensive read there by James Dwayne and come up.
You think they went over the fullback in the flat at halftime?
Yeah, I think they got that one covered.
Said, gotcha. James Dwayne. Oh.
The kid's a player. I like that kid. Not only a tough physical kid, he's savvy, smart, knows for the football.
Penalty goes against the Eagles. I'll bring the ball back to.
Just like we were talking about, Boom, right here, come out of the half, kick it deep, get them on a 3 and out. Their punter hasn't shown much in the first half, so get a stop here. We're going to have great field position.
Absolutely.
Fumble.
Ball's out. Panthers on top of it.
It's a touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, South Medford. The defense gets the score. 50. Nate Krupp. Nate Krupp. We knew Austin Boster was probably going to score today. I mean, I didn't know, but I had a feeling. Nate Krupp, on the other hand, go get some, buddy.
Go get paid.
Yeah.
Coach Boyce.
Get your money, Nate Krupp.
Well, I wanted to give Nate a call, and he got pressure play where Jamal batted that down defensively earlier in the game, but I didn't have his name. But Krupp, right place, right time for the Panthers. Touchdown, South Medford.
Panthers now take a 13-6 lead. Trying to tack one more on here.
On to kick the extra point for South Medford is number
32. Kick is blocked, so 13-6 ball game. We're going to try to take a look at that replay real quick. See if we can get Nate Krupp on here. Here is the look at the replay.
Might be his first touchdown in a while.
Maybe ever. Save that ball, Nate. Little fumbled snap, kicked around. Nate Krupp jumps on top of it, and Panthers take a 13-6 lead. And see the sideline going crazy. Fun stuff.
Those big old linemen, they kind of like to score.
The excitement from South. Chucky Campbell out in front doing the dance.
Swat Diesel?
Swack Diesel?
Swack Diesel?
So 13-6 now here, third quarter, 11 minutes, and wow. Think about the 4 plays so far in this half. The kickoff, okay, and then they come out and they fumble on the first play. It looks like we recover. Second play, James Dwayne goes KO in the flat, like night-night, and then third play, fumbled, snap, touchdown. Like, I don't know if you can have a better 4-play set than that for South Medford to start the second half here. Up 13-6, and there goes the kick. Kind of a short hop, kicks off of McAllister's knee, makes one cut, makes man miss, still on his feet, out to about the 30-yard line, and Centennial with a lot better field position here to start this drive.
Not the prettiest kickoff, but effective. You know, line drive, squib kick, coming off your knees. Probably one of the best hands guy on their team, and he's able to handle it, manage it, and get positive yardage out of it. Good cover by South Medford kickoff team.
Getting started about their 31-yard line at Centennial, and McAllister in like the pistol gun. Here comes the triple option, ball on the ground again. Oh, they get it back again. That was a unique little like 1-yard shotgun formation, which that can't time up well. So I don't understand how 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard.
And talking about that earlier.
It's like the bingo, bango, bongo formation. Call it the Beach.
Call it the Beach offense. It's not working for them right now, and they're trying to get their identity, but probably not a really good way to do that. You want to keep it in Fitzgerald's hands, but mesh points and running pistol, shotgun, triple option.
Under center.
Under center, out of the snap. It's tough on a quarterback.
Yeah. A lot of different mesh points and doing it live for the first time. Here's that kind of that pistol I formation. Triple option, quarterback keeps, then pitches late. Good tackle out there by Austin Boster, keeping his leverage like a good corner does. Nothing outside of you, keeping that outside arm free and able to make the play. And now a critical 3rd and 7 here. 10 minutes left, third quarter. Panthers leading 13-6 here at Centennial High School.
Good job there by the defense. Again, the triple option basically. Fake the dive, carry it, and pitch it late. And Foster doing a great job, not only offensively, but great
Look
job
at this formation. 4 guys in the pistol, now a little motion.
It's not going to work.
This is like a power I lead, and it does work.
Good job by Fitzgerald there.
Full house.
That's a full
lead veer.
I was going to say that, if history dictate the future there, you say that's not going to work with all the fumbles and
Matt Retzloff, that looked like Roseburg your senior year. Matt Retzloff in attendance, sitting right in front of me with RJ. So Jack or Mitch, if you're back home watching, and that ball's hit and it's out. And on top of it is Justin. Is that Justin Josephson?
Got to see the replay on that, but I think it was James Dwayne with the big hit. I could be wrong, and Justin Josephson picking it up. Just got tackled by the shoelace, otherwise he goes in.
No, he does, and huge start to the second half. The Panthers defense now forced 2 turnovers, have scored 1 touchdown. Would have been 2 there if, I don't know who tackled them. Somebody from the sideline. It looked like, no, I'm kidding. But now Torrin Tuttle here gets an opportunity deep in, well, not deep, but at the Centennial 35, get something going for the Panther offense and try to extend this lead.
Big hit there, and again, early on I was talking about domination of the Panther D, and certainly in the first couple minutes of the second half, certainly been dominant.
And under center goes Tuttle, a little toss out to the right to Jamal Parnell, and Parnell pushes forward for about a yard to bring up 2nd and 9. I did get the replay on that last hit with Dwayne coming off the edge and that fumble, so that'll be kind of fun to watch.
Was that Dwayne?
I think it was James Dwayne coming off the edge.
I was. I just seen 43. I've seen that number all night, and that's the kind of blows that he delivers. So.
Yeah, no, and he walks by you. He doesn't look like a high school boy. He looks like a dude. Like he looks like a man.
Playing like a dude right now. He's playing good.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Well, inside run to Jamal Parnell. Cuts it upfield, makes a man miss to the 15. And first down, South Medford, as they stay with that inside zone look. And
Parnell doing a good job covering up with both hands. And actually that O-line, DJ doing a great job getting that O-line ready. Big hole off the left side. And Parnell quick up the field, get the first down.
reminds me a lot of not the way that Jalen runs, but kind of his running style when, kind of picks his way and then boom, one cut and burst. And they're going to give it back to Parnell, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards. Good pickup there on first down.
Basically just a smaller version than Jalen,
Yeah.
But he has that forward running motion that you want your running backs to have when you
Forward lean, yeah.
Yeah, you can't hit him hard,
He's always going to fall forward for 1 or 2 more. So 2nd and 4 here. Panthers at the Centennial 10-yard line, leading 13-6. There's a quick pass out to Mitchell Walker. Puts his foot in the ground and gets vertical. Touchdown, South Medford. 2nd for Torrin Tuttle tonight.
Great job there by Tuttle. Setting his feet, had some room. Mitchell Walker, good job there on the outside on a block, and he just reads that. It's kind of walk in a park. Touchdown, Mitchell Walker.
So the Panthers now take a 19-6 lead, trying to make it a 14-point game.
Really like that. Good
Luke
throw.
Allen on the kick here for the Panthers. That one's up and through. The Panthers take a 20-6 lead. I want to go back and take a look at those replays, Chief. First replay here is that fumble, the last fumble. We're going to take a look at it right now. That's James Duane at the top of this. Nope, that wasn't it. We're going to take a look at this one. Oh, it might be later in this replay. Here it is. There it was right there. James Duane comes off the edge.
Delivers a big hit.
Boom. Ball pops out. Josephson picks it up. It looks like it was going to be a scoop and score.
And he barely, that Centennial kid just barely got him by the shoelace, I think, or barely got him and saved the touchdown, but quickly turns into 6 on a couple nice runs there by Parnell, and then a quick throw on the outside. Touchdown, Panthers. Good job there by Tuttle, setting his feet, making a good throw.
Here's another replay. Jamal Parnell, the play before, where he cut that upfield, able to get that big gain there. We're going to go back live to the action here. Sorry, folks. Ball kind of gets away from the returner, and the Panthers are there. And, man, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago when it was 7-6. Centennial just scored. This thing was all, notched up. And since then, some of these seniors have just come out here in the second half. James Duane, hey, we're not leaving here without a win. Let's go.
Turn it around in a hurry there. And, again, special teams and kickoff team and kick coverage playing a big part in that. And South Medford defense playing a big part in that.
Fitzgerald rolling left, and that ball's tipped up in the air. Almost another turnover. Centennial already has 2 of them here, and probably 2 more that have been on the ground this half. So ball's kind of popcorning around, and now that you're down 14 points, can Centennial stay patient with this triple option offense? There on first down, they go a little bit against the grain with a first down passing play, and it almost turns into a problem.
And right now, this game could get away from Centennial. Another turnover here or a big play by South defense. But Parnell's got him playing great pressure defense, rallying through the ball, and playing with a lot of emotion, intensity. And
little screen play in the middle and out to the right.
Great call there by Centennial, because I was just going to say, so how do you combat that? You got to throw a screen or you got to run the draw.
Right. Going back, here's the touchdown pass from Tuttle to Mitchell Walker. That's not it. Here it is right here. Tuttle to Mitchell Walker, puts his foot in the ground, gets vertical, gets in the end zone.
It's good outside
Touchdown
block.
South Medford.
Gets a good wide receiver block. He gets
Yep.
the ball in the slot and takes it home.
Back to live action here. Fitzgerald throws it in the flat, and it's picked. South Medford has their third turnover here in the third quarter. South Medford has the ball back. Good pressure again there by the South Medford defense.
At 35 with the pick.
Is it 35? I replayed it, so we'll find out.
Well, if it wasn't, it's
Is it Dwayne? So the Panthers will take over at the 38-yard line of Centennial. 3 turnovers in 5 minutes for Centennial here in the third quarter. So the Panthers defense is, really cranked it up here. And see if South Medford can get one more score. Torn Tuttle in the shotgun. Back there with Isaac Dillon. There's a little double move from Boster. Tuttle to Boster. Boster at the 10, the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Great route by Austin Boster. Good throw by Tuttle, maybe a little behind, but Boster able to make the play down to about the 3-yard line. There for the Panthers. And first and goal for South.
and that's a great call there and a great execution by
Sudden change. Let's take a shot, Chief.
Yep, get a sudden change call and great call there by Bill and really good execution by Tuttle and Bott. It looked like it was almost a double pump. But
It looked like maybe a sluggo, slant go.
But
slant go, KK.
wide open.
Maybe post corner. I got it on the replay. We'll check it out in a minute.
But nevertheless, whether it was or not, it was a very good throw and
Good protection.
Good protection.
Oh, there's the ball on the ground again. Tuttle picks it up, running to his left, now running back to his right. Boster's open in the end zone. He fires. Touchdown, South Medford on a great play by Torrin Tuttle. Whoa. It looked like it was a running play to the left. Play breaks down. Tuttle kind of bobbles it, runs left, runs back right. Looks like John Elway in high school. Boster is standing by himself in the end zone, and I don't know, probably the one guy you would want to cover if you're Centennial.
Would be that guy. Well, I tell you, that said we got to clean up those snaps. He's had 2 or 3 bad snaps in the first half. Gets another one there, able to come back from that. But Austin Boster, with high praise from Coach Singler in Coach's corner, one of the best in the state, and well-deserved, obviously. Wide open, reacts to the play, and have a game, Austin Boster. Have a game, South Medford defense right now. It's, everybody getting on board here. Hit them when they're down. Kick them when they're down.
Let's see if we got that one on this replay here, the touchdown. Well, here's the play before to Boster. 1 second here while it kind of catches up, but this is after the sudden change. Tuttle was coming back out. See if we can fast forward this guy. Here's a double move to get it down there. Boster. Sluggo. Got him. Down to the 5, which he should have been down to the 3, but next play. Let's cut that one. Go back live. No. We'll check out the touchdown play, the run around, run back and forth, Johnny Manziel.
I'm telling you, the Panther kickoff team is getting a workout right now.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And there's no place to go on that return either. And 3 turnovers in less than 6 minutes for the Panther defense here in the third quarter. Panthers lead 26-6. 5 minutes ago, Chief, it was 7-6.
And we were saying that, you know, it probably could have been easily a 21-0, 28-7 ball game in the first half. And didn't materialize, but it has here in the third quarter, and all South Medford Panthers right now.
Flag on the play.
James Duane is down here in front of us, Chief.
I don't like that. Being looked at by the trainer, and not sure what happened. Didn't see anything really happen, so hopefully it's just checking him out. Doesn't appear to be anything major right now, Boom, but that's a kid you don't want to get hurt early. Don't want to get hurt at all, but especially after the game he's had so far here tonight.
1st and 5. Here's a little option play, and
Boy.
ball's out again.
Picked up. And
South Medford's got it, and they're going to take it in. The 4th turnover. They forced this quarter. Panthers take it in, and they take the lead 32-6. Whoa. How many replays can I show you in 6 minutes?
And I tell you, you know, one of the things
Who got in there, Chief? Did you get that number?
I didn't see the number. Just again off that option pitch, and it got loose. Got a big hit, and a scoop and run.
Scoop and score, baby.
Yeah, in for the touchdown. And, you know, Larry Walker, Coach Walker, he's saying, throw the ball. You know, three things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. When you run that option, it sounds to me like the same thing. You know.
Yeah.
You run that, 2 things can happen, and both of them are bad right now.
Yeah. Kick is up, and it's through. The Panthers take a 33-6 lead. Can't keep up with all the highlights here in the
South Medford
second half.
Putting on a show here.
And this crowd is stunned. I mean, this is 5 minutes and 33 seconds into the third quarter. At the start of the third quarter, it was 7-6. It's 33-6. 4 turnovers. In the third quarter, this Panther defense is forced. We talked about it in the pregame. They got 5 returners. They fly around. They play hard. They execute. I mean, physically just taking it to Centennial here in the third quarter. Really the whole game.
I think Coach Singler is saying, okay, guys, we want our offense to get the ball back here at some point, but I'm sure he'll take it. But, yeah, definitely, you know, you could tell early in the ball game. I said it was going to be a dogfight, but all this early in the ball game, I kind of jinxed them. I said they were dominating on defense, and then Centennial gets a few first downs and able to play on top.
Here was the Tuttle touchdown before that I told you I'd get to. So the ball snapped to Tuttle. It's down on the ground. He picks it up. He runs left. He runs back right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Finds Boster in the right side of the end zone. Before I could even show you that one, there was a fumble, scoop, and score on the next defensive drive. So it's 33-6, just like that. And South Medford kicking off again. It seems like we've seen this. Well, we've scored 4 times, right? So this will be the 5th time we've seen the kickoff team in the third quarter. And that's the best one of the night so far. Kicks it off deep. Here comes the kickoff team. Nobody's blocking them. We're going to get him again inside the 20.
And that's probably, you know, one of the toughest areas to practice in special teams is kickoff. You don't want to go full go. You don't want to hit your guys in practice. You got to stay in your lanes, and you got to have some you got to practice it, but you can't hit your guys at full speed. So probably one of the toughest things to practice on, and South Medford looks like they're well versed on that kickoff return right now.
Centennial will take over, and that ball is
Out.
was that a lateral?
I think that was actually forward, but I want to go. It's out again, and right now Centennial, you know, they got to have some of their senior leaders step up and hang on to the football. But South Medford dominating the line of scrimmage and dominating play, each play.
2nd and 10 here for Centennial. Fitzgerald back to pass, in the pocket, throws down the right sideline. Ray-Jean out there and makes a nice play. Almost had turnover number 5 forced. Scherer? Ray-Jean Scherer? Scherer? I got to check on that one. We're just calling him Ray-Jean. Good coverage there by him. And
who was on this scoop and score last time? That wasn't him, was it?
Could have been.
Could have been. Didn't see that. On that
was Ray-Jean the guy that Ted?
Who was the scoop and score?
Who scored on the scoop and score? Cameron Davis.
So tough to see from our view over here and on the far sideline.
Far sideline.
And it's happened so
well,
many
with
times.
the crown, we can't see to the other sideline.
Right. Hostile environment with the crown.
Here, 3rd and 10 coming up. That one might have been a lateral. Nice tackle out there in open field by Jamal Parnell. It's not a turnover, but it's a 3 and out.
Jamal Parnell.
And the Panther defense is rolling right now, Chief.
Yeah, they are, and they're playing with confidence, intensity, rallying to the ball. You know, this is a typical South Medford defense, and right now they're having their way, that's for sure.
Somebody once upon a time used to say, fly around.
Fly around, baby. Just go out there and fly around, and that's what they're doing.
There's a snap back to the punter. He gets off a good one this time over the top of Boster's head. And
I think Austin was down.
Well, yeah, I think the punter for McMinnville is averaging about 4 yards a punt. So Boster was almost standing in their backfield during the punt.
Yeah, he kind of misplayed that one a little bit, but Centennial kicker punter finally gets one off.
Cascade Christian 49, Phoenix 6.
Cascade Christian, a real deal over there with Coach Getman just getting it done. Pun intended.
Crater 28, Wilsonville 0. Wow. So I told you, in my opinion, Crater looked the best out of. I didn't get to watch the whole jamboree, but for what I was there for, I thought Crater just.
Trevor Stevens, or is it not? Or what's that kid's name? Crater quarterback's the real deal.
Trevor Davis.
Trevor Davis. Saw him play a little baseball this summer. And
Grant's pass in the 3rd quarter, 27, Oregon City 25. So that's a close ball game. And last year it was like every time they got together, they scored a combined 100 points, right?
Yep. Grant's pass a little bit better than he did last time. And I think.
And the Black Tornado just score as we're watching up 37-6 over McNary.
Put it on him last year, putting on him this year.
So 2nd and about 9 here. Tuttle in the gun. He's going to hand off, it looked like, to Isaac Dillon there. Isaac Dillon gets about 3, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Centennial trying to settle down here and get back in this ball game.
Well, the Centennial
do that with the 3 and out here with defense. That's how you get back in it. Is you know, don't gamble. Get back in, play some defense, get a 3 and out, and get your offense back on the field. And this is a big down right now for Centennial.
Yeah, you can feel it kind of slipping away, like they're just almost like gut punched on the other sideline. Like, what happened? Tuttle drops back out in the flat to Alvarez and able to cut up and get that first down. So Trey Alvarez gets his first catch, able to make one move, get vertical, get the first down on the 3rd and 7 play. Tuttle was flushed to his right out of the pocket, does a nice job of keeping his eyes downfield, able to locate Alvarez in the right flat. Alvarez was about a couple yards short, able to make one guy miss, and with that forward lean, get the first down for the Panthers.
And you need that second guy. You know, we were talking about, you got Austin as a threat on one side. You need that Alvarez on this side. You need to get Carson going up the middle and have that threat. But great job by Tuttle right there, maintaining his composure, keeping his feet, and keeping his eyes downfield, make a good throw, get that first down.
If it's coming from the back, Judge, it usually means a delay a game. So Mr. Tuttle was trying to send somebody that I don't know in motion because we don't have his number. 44. Once upon a time, Joe Brett, if you're listening, there was a 48 you didn't know either. That was me.
Yeah. Phantom 48, I think.
Yeah. So that'll bring up 1st and 15. Tuttle under center. And that ball's on the ground, and Tuttle still has it. He's out to the left now, and
that's one of the things you're going to have to clean up. Early in the first half, had 2 or 3 miscues with under center.
It's all every time there's been the ball out, it seems like it's been under center, a belt. Get the snap, belt it.
A lot of quarterbacks today, Boom, you're so accustomed to getting in the gun.
Right.
And if you don't get under and take those center snaps, you don't get that practice in doing it, and it becomes like only do it once every 10 times. So you got to get those cleaned up, and I'm sure they will. Or
going back to what you said too about Alvarez and Mitchell Walker and Coda, the better that they are, and there's another fumbled snap, and Centennial's going to get that one back. But going back to your point, I was saying if Alvarez and Coda, I mean, we know Boster's proven as a receiver. So if those other guys around him can produce, it's just going to make him, Tuttle, everybody that much better. Saying that, we got to get the snap first, whether it's shotgun, under center. First things first. We can't have a play if we don't get the snap. And I'm sure that's what Coach Woodward or Coach Singler is telling Torrin right now. Hey, you're playing great. Stay within yourself. Let's do the little things right. Play with a clear mind. And that ball's handed off, and it almost looked like that one came out. And
that's what got
nothing there on first down.
They're in right now is just not taking care of the ball offensively, and running that triple option, and not taking care of the football really. So you do that on the offensive side. Turns into points for the other team.
Yeah, and you have to understand, I'm not criticizing Torrin Tuttle. I played the position. I coached the position. He's had a great game. 3 touchdown passes, made lots of plays with his feet. He's done an amazing job across the board. It's one thing he could get better at. So lots of things to still improve on if you're the Panthers. And there's a ball that's pitched way back in the backfield, and that's going to be a big loss. I would love to see the total yards of Centennial in this in the third quarter period. Because I believe is it 5 turnovers, Chief, or 4 turnovers?
At least 4 in the second half, and 2 or 3. And again, a lot of from pressure and flying around out there by South Medford D. But that one's just a ill-advised pitch, and you might as well keep the ball there and take your medicine and lose 2 or 3 yards versus lose 10.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 18 here. 1:13 left in the third quarter. Panthers leading 33-6 after they've scored 26 unanswered here in the second half. And here comes a late flag in. So it looked like he'd be stopped well short there on 3rd down, but you never know with the late flag.
May have a face mask or something there, come in late on the tackle. Still haven't seen the call.
Holding on us. So 4th down and 7. 4th down and 7, let's call it.
I was going to say, it would still be 3rd down if it was a penalty. I don't think.
Yeah, now it is 3rd down. So the White Hat had it wrong because he put up the fist, which means 4th down.
I think he made. I'm not sure what the call was. Either holding or couldn't tell.
Under a minute here in the third quarter left. Fitzgerald in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure from South Medford. Centennial able to pick up the first down.
Good job there by Kyle Fitzgerald. Seen James Dwayne coming to that, the whole side, the right side of the Panther defense coming on the blitz and gets a hot receiver, throws a strike to him there and gets the first down. Good job there. Big play there for Centennial.
Centennial moves the chains after they had a 3rd and 18, if you remember. So under 20 seconds here left in the third quarter. Centennial trying to get another score on the board. Here comes pressure. Dwayne on the outside. Fitzgerald's going to keep it around the right, and he's going to be brought down just short of the goal line. That's going to be another first down inside the 3-yard line for Centennial. Figures to be the last play of the half, though. Or at least not the half, but the quarter. So we'll flip ends here for the fourth quarter. The Panthers 26-0 in the third quarter. Lead 33-6 going to the fourth. Forced 4 turnovers. Torrin Tuttle, 2 touchdown passes. Austin Boster with a great double move. I mean, there was just a whole bunch of fun stuff there.
The only chink in their armor there is just, for us, offensively, getting that snap and taking care of the snap. Even on the touchdown to Boster, we fumbled the snap. And he's able to recover from that. But we've seen enough of that tonight, and we don't want to see any more of it. And I'm sure we'll get that cleaned up. But so far, great start for the North Valley transfer, Torrin Tuttle.
Here's that replay on the scoop and score. They go around the outside, pitch, gets knocked out. Scoop and score for the Panthers right there. Good block by Dwayne out in front. That's when the Panthers took a 33-6 lead. And Centennial going to take over here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Well, now we're starting to look like it is kind of a preseason. The second half has been a little more like a preseason game and early in the season than we saw in the first half. We're getting more penalties and jumping off sides and bad snaps and those kinds of things. And that's to be expected in high school football early on. So Centennial jumps there. And
big mistake when you're at the 2-yard line and you're struggling for yards and
trying to get back in it. That's
goes first and goal at the 2 to first and goal at the 7. Big difference. Little power play out in front, and that's going to be stopped for a loss by the Panther D. And so they go from first and goal at the 2 now to second and goal at the 9, the 10-yard line. So those penalties, little thing, big difference.
That's always been, most coaches' mantra. If you can't take care of the little things, you can't take care of the big things. That means you can't win the football game if you can't take care of those little things. And from penalties to center snaps to kickoff coverage to contain the end there. Good job by Fitzgerald.
Good catch there by Ibarra.
That's 2 of
good play by Fitzgerald.
And he just kind of, we had containment out there on the outside, and he just kind of outran it. Made an athletic play, and that's their 2 guys. We talked about Boone, Fitzgerald and Ibarra, that you had to watch all night, and they finally get it done here in the start of the fourth quarter.
That makes the score 33-12 here. The 11 minutes and 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
there's always a couple guys out there on the punt team or the extra point team that they don't get out there. I don't know.
Delay game.
How that works, but there's always that guy.
Delay game on the PAT. Centennial scored 2 touchdowns. The first time, I think they kicked the left guard with the ball. This time they had 8 guys run out there. And the best, not the best part, and an interesting part is they only had 8 men out there for the swinging gate, and they ran the other 3 out. So that might be like a new, like...
You could run it, you know.
So there's a low snap, and the ball gets down, and it's made it there. So Centennial able to get that one. And
good job by the Centennial holder there. And,
yeah.
But there's no penalty for 8 guys on the field, right?
No, you can if you want to play with less than 11. It's like Gene Hackman and Hoosiers. My team's on the floor.
My team's on the floor. My 8 guys are out there.
Coach, we need one more. My team's on the floor. So 33-13 here. 11-13 left in the fourth quarter. Panthers lead on the road. Didn't seem like too long ago. Panthers were only up 7-6 at halftime. They erupt for 4. They force 4 turnovers there in the third quarter. Austin Boster's able to get his second touchdown of the game. Torrin Tuttle threw another one to Mitchell Walker. Defense had a scoop and score.
Cameron Davis.
Yeah.
Yep, Cameron Davis had a scoop and score.
So
we missed on the far sideline over there. But I tell you, they definitely turned around. We had a dogfight at halftime, and Panthers D and the entire football team for the Panthers turned it around.
So here's a good test, though. You're up 3 scores. You're a very inexperienced team. If you're Coach Singler, you want to go down, you want to execute, you want to put a drive together, move the chains, start chewing at some of this clock. And
onside.
Coming off a turnover, a little onside action. That's going to give South Medford the ball out. Right where they kicked it, so benefits South a little bit in the field goal or the field possession battle.
You know, it kind of surprised me a little bit there. I think it probably surprised South a little bit. Had they executed that a little bit better, they'd probably get the football there. You know, down 20 points. Not a terrible call, but
well, it's like, what do you got to lose, you know?
Yeah. Not a terrible call, but at the same time, now you give Panthers. Well, I guess since it's out of bounds there, they get the re-kick. It's a penalty and moving back versus Panthers recover. So not a terrible call. You're right.
Well, and I don't.
Unless they cover it.
Well, they're just going to onside kick it again. So
now now the jig's
they have
up.
the
Now
option if you're South there to take the ball. Where it doesn't make any sense to not take the penalty.
Right. Say probably just go deep with it now.
And now they're offsides again. So that time they were going to go deep with it. Now this time they're going to move them 5 yards back and they'll onside it again, right? Is that? Who's on first? Who's on first? Who's on the kickoff team?
Early in the season, maybe try not to get that creative when you're down 20 in the fourth quarter. But
well, it's like one way of thought is like, hey, we can come back and win this thing. The other thought process is, oh, if we onside kick it to them, they can go score, and then we're down 27. Yeah. We don't want to get run out of here.
Yeah, especially when.
So there's two different ways to think about it.
Except for about 4 or 5 plays, you know, it hasn't been that bad a ball game for Centennial. I mean, they just kind of went crazy and self-destructed.
And there's the onside. I called that. South Medford recovers. Good job. So how about that? They go onside, out of bounds. They kick it off deep, but they're offsides, and then they onside it from their own 30. How about that?
Okay, I'm going to talk to their special
They had 8 guys on the PAT the play before and got a delay game, and then they onsided 2 out of 3.
Had a little trouble in the punting game in the first half, so Special teams guys on hot seat.
Chief, you knew so much. You said before the game your key to victory was the special teams game. You lying in the weeds, you son of a gun. There's a little fly motion action, and they're going to run power right up underneath it, and that's, kind of getting back to some of that misdirection stuff. You might not have the biggest guys up front, but DJ, Damian Jackson, their offensive line coach, is going to have them be able to fit things up, and if you're able to use that speed with Boster going across with that fly sweep motion, it gets people's eyes wrong, it gets people's leverage wrong, defensive assignments wrong, gets them out of position, and then you come right downhill because you have to respect the speed of Boster. So,
and that's how they were so effective 2 years ago and made their state championship run. They
put in that window dressing on the play.
Right. And you get a big old boy running downhill, and
yeah, used to be KK in motion and Jalen downhill.
Yeah.
Here's a delay game.
And literally, we can say running downhill on this field.
Yeah, no.
It is crowned.
You don't run toss to the field here. You run toss to the boundary. Gets there faster. Here comes Boster again. This time we're going to give it to him. He's going to outrun you to the sideline. Austin's able to pick up about 4 there.
And to keep him honest, you got to give it to him once in a while there, that's for sure. And, good job.
Absolutely. Well, and the next one is you fake that, and you fake it the other way, and then you run that tight end middle screen. Run King and Queen, KK. Remember King and Queen? We got a little formation mix-up here. Let's look for the back judge.
Well, I seen Coach Woodward and backup quarterback there, Danny. I guess that's Dan Phillips. And there's still signs. They're still giving signs in there, 10 feet away. Just go ahead and how about we just make the call there? Just saying.
Or that's your CYA for people saying it's a traffic.
So quick timeout here from the Panthers. 3rd and 8 here on the 42 of Centennial.
I'm getting critical of everybody now.
Yeah, you just are like grumpy or something. Like you were critical of, we're up like 33-6, and you're like, well, if we could just quit fumbling the ball, like, Dad must be cold and crabby or something. The drive up here got to him.
No, all is
you want
good.
some peanut? Some peanut M&Ms. Here, have a couple. Yeah. Jeez Louise, we stop and have sushi on the way up so you don't get cranky, and this is what I got to deal with. What would happen if we were down 33-13?
Well, let's see what call we have here. We got the right formation, got the right guys in here.
Because Mitchell Walker in motion. There's the fake, the fly, and the back out of the backfield to the right. That's their old peel play. And we used to call that peel play?
Like that play. It's worth the time out there.
Good job there by Torrin Tuttle and Mitchell Walker coming in motion. And then you have the back out in the flat, and then you have Boster because he's in that tight split coming right behind the linebackers on the second level. And you have 2 receivers on that front side to clear it out.
And you get the ball to Dylan there, and he's a load. He reminds me of that kid a couple of years ago, too. I'm trying to come up with his name.
Trent Snyder.
He reminds me a lot of Trent Snyder there.
He runs like him, even with his hair. And he scored the touchdown against North Medford in the JV game last year to win.
Is that right?
So, yeah.
There we go. I like that guy already. No, that was a good play. Good play call. Worth the time out there and a little miscommunication. But good job by Tuttle to Dylan and get that first down.
2nd and 8 here at the 21-yard line. Tuttle Just a quick look route there to Boster. Boster pulls it down and able to get about 7 yards, and that'll bring up about a 3rd down and 1 situation here.
Like taking
9 minutes
from
and
a baby.
yeah.
Taking candy from a baby.
We
right
said
there.
it in the first drive. Just throw
Just
Boster the
ball
hitch.
right there.
Just throw Boster the hitch every
Sit
time.
down and-
Yeah. North Medford, the Black Tornado, up 45-6. Oregon City, I believe, was up the last time we saw, right? Or was it GP? It's close. Tuttle pulls it back. He wants his 3rd to Boster, and he's going to get it. Tuttle's 4th touchdown pass overall. Boster's 3rd touchdown pass receiving today. And welcome to, if you're touring Tuttle, you're like, what's 6A? What's the 6A?
what's
you know,
the
what's the difference between 6A and 4A, man? Like 4 touchdown passes out here. This is no problem, man. Well, when you got like 14 you can throw it to, that helps. You know.
You know, I've said it 2 or 3 times tonight. The high praise from Coach Singler about Austin Boster, one of the best in the state. He's proven it here tonight, and
I mean,
Tuttle kind of find a nice little niche there, kind of throwing the ball there. You know, said early on, it's like taking candy from a baby to sit down. And then he runs a little fade and wide open.
No, and Boster, like at the start of the route, just kind of like shuffled his feet and then kind of left the dude in mud. Like the corner was nowhere around him, and they were on about like the 8-yard line. Like,
yeah,
how can you be that far away? But he does that to people. He'll freeze you, and Tuttle does a nice job of getting the ball in the back of the end zone. His 4th touchdown pass of the game, his 3rd to Boster. Panthers take a 40-13 lead here with 8:59 left in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this quick word from our stations, if I can just get there.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
What is a role model? A person looked to by others as an example to be imitated. What is sportsmanship? Fair and generous behavior or treatment of others, especially in a sports contest. This new school year, we want children to enjoy their experience in organized athletics. Let's pledge to make lifelong positive memories for our youth and know your role.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Little wind blowing right to left here, I guess. You know, both times on that last punt, now on the kickoff, sails well over the receiving team's head, and Centennial's going to get the ball on the 20-yard line, see if they can get something going here in the 4th quarter. New quarterback in the game now for probably a whole new group of kids in here right now for Centennial here at 40-13 with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in the ball game. Just go up the middle and try to get a number here on, get a name for the quarterback here.
Second down, 6 for the Eagles with the ball spotted on the 23-yard line.
Right up the middle, new group of guys in here, Boom, for Centennial, and late in the 4th quarter, probably a good move right now to get some other kids some action and take a look at some other kids as well.
About the 34-yard line will be a first down, Eagles.
Let's go deep. Trouble with the snap again there. this time from Centennial, getting a little low snap there to the quarterback's ankles and able to cover that up for a minimal loss here. Go 2nd and 9.
Got it still, Dad. I gotta make one more call.
Pitch out on the right side, the number 9.
Yeah, we're good. We're on. I'm trying to get these replays into Joe Brett so they can have them Friday night.
3rd down 6 here at Centennial. 40-yard line. With a new group of kids in here, looks like second crew from Centennial, some new guys out there for South as well. Early in the season, want to take a look at as many kids as you can. Little bot snap there again, and runs into a little trouble. Going to be 4th and long, going to have to punt it away. So we've had our share of bad snaps in both sides tonight. Let's get another one there.
So McMinnville lining up to punt. Daniel Phillips warming up down here in front of us.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to get some other kids a look in there. But, yeah, Centennial, a little bit better job here.
There's another punt that is punted away from Boster.
So Dan Phillips coming in the game, first varsity action for the Panthers.
Yep.
I think they said they had a undefeated JV team last year, maybe, or no? Good group.
Yeah.
We had a good group, and
having a tough time finding the right helmet. Phillips out of the gun.
Friday Night Lights helmet.
Yeah.
Problems.
That's popped to the outside, turned upfield now. The 20, and Horsecollar dragged down at the 10. That's Zach Miller, the senior running back.
Showing a little speed out there off the edge, and he got vertical, got in north and south, and he's gone.
Good piece of running there by Zach Miller.
Wrong guy not to have contain on out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he just got outside and exploded. C'est la vie for the homeboys right there.
Miller comes back, able to, kind of a slashing runner. And once he finds the seam, that bursts through there, so. Picks up about a yard there to bring up 2nd and 9 from about the 13.
Trying to go back to the days that guy got hurt in Gold Beach, and he was just a little guy, but tough as nails, kind of similar runner. And I'm trying to come up with his name, just like I was doing with Trent Snyder. But
and there he goes, down inside the 5, and be about a yard short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Miller, gain of about 10 yards there.
all South Medford here in the second half, Boom. And
7-6 seems like a long time ago, but really it wasn't that long ago, you know. So 3rd and 1. Phillips takes the snap, hands off to Miller. Miller leans forward. It's going to be close.
Run up the middle by number 5. Panther.
So going to be 4th down and 1 here for the Panthers. 4 minutes, about 10 seconds left. Panthers leading 40-13. Little power play going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss, and Centennial will take over on downs.
So good job there by defense, kind of rises up and makes a stand there. Right there's a good opportunity for some kids to show what they had and got it done.
Jimmy Breeze right to our left. Good to see him. All the Medford faithful up here. We're across the way. You know, there wasn't enough room in the press box for the Marshall boys and KK, so, you know, they know it can be a problem from time to time, so they stuck us over here out in the middle of nowhere. No, they were great. Centennial, they were great. It's not that big of a press box up there, so, and we didn't want to sit behind the band, have you guys hearing that music all night. So, here a little option play, quarterback keep, and a late pitch, and able to get out just barely out of the end zone there, but I've had a good time, man. It's a beautiful venue, beautiful field. I think it's about the only 6A field left in the state that's actual grass. Lots of fun the first game of the year, maybe not so much fun the last game of the year.
Yeah, up here in November could be interesting. Kind of like the old days of Spiegelberg, you know, before they got the turf. Couldn't practice on it. And,
yeah.
The middle of the field would be, you know, dry or muddy. No grass in it.
Going down the field, got a man.
Nice throw there.
Good looking throw there by the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I was trying to get a number on him earlier in that first series, but nice throw there, just kind of.
Sophomore quarterback, 6 foot, 160 pounds, Kyle Tolstad. Number 10 or 11? 11?
Yeah, number 11.
Sorry, that's Langston Williams Lomax. Langston Williams Lomax. Lomax is a freshman, 5'11", 160 pounds. So that kid's coming.
Right there, yeah. First series, a little trouble.
And now he's Lomax down the left side for a first down. The freshman makes a really nice throw and then has some athleticism to get around the outside for a first down. So, got a player, man. Only a 9th grader, getting his first varsity action.
Against the big bad dudes from South Medford, too. You know, that's a credit to him to get out there and get after these South Medford guys. So.
Once upon a time, I played against the number 1 team in the state when I was a freshman. We were down 60-0 at the end of 3. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go out there.
Time to put Boomer in Phantom 48.
Yeah.
That's back in the day when that was a playoff. No,
that was in the 90s. That's how long ago that was. 90s.
It wasn't a playoff game, but it was the last game of the season, I think.
Yeah. Second to last. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. If you're still with us.
Actually got a touchdown pass in that game, Boom.
I did. We lost 60-6.
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't there. Nobody was there.
The game I was not. But, yeah, that brings back. So, yeah, freshman playing up at this level, that's a feather in his cap, that's for sure.
Handoff made and tackle made. That'll bring up about 3rd and 5 here with minute 40 left. Lots of Panther fans up in attendance here tonight.
You know, just like Coach Palazzolo, this 14 travels anywhere. This Panther team travels well.
Yeah. I mean, it was a long drive today. 205
yeah.
was brutal. If you've ever been to Gresham, you're going to go 205.
Gets late early. On
Yeah,
205.
4 o'clock on Friday. I would not advise going that way. Here's 3rd and 4. That one falls incomplete, so it goes now to 4th down. And Centennial looking like they're going for it here. Langston, Williams, Lomax back out.
Go ahead and give him another shot at it. And
yeah.
Knowing Coach Singler, and he's going to take a knee when they stop him here anyway. So
that's an illegal arena football motion, isn't it?
I think it is, and you got the call on that. There's the flag.
You can't do that.
Taken down right about the 33-yard line.
So official's going to talk about it a little bit more, even though it's just an illegal shift.
Penalty on the play. Penalty goes against Centennial.
So now it's going to be 4th down and about 9. Here with 1 minute left to play, the Panthers leading 40-13. It wasn't that long ago South Medford clung on to 7-6 advantage at halftime. Here goes the youngster again, fighting, but not able to get that first down as the Panthers rally and able to make the tackle there for.
Tackled short of the first down. Tackled down at the 27-yard line. There'll be a turnover on down.
So South Medford will take over. I'm guessing take a knee, but never know. The JVs didn't get to play last night. The game was canceled, so
they
get an opportunity to get a rip.
Get some lightning over there. That was the play I was thinking about.
Well, they couldn't have played. They couldn't have played in Medford yesterday either. There was so much lightning. So
either
you need a dome, man. Got to get a dome. You got the smoke. You got the lightning. The Breeze family in attendance.
All right.
Okay, I didn't know. Are you talking?
Yeah, we're live. You want to get on, Christy?
Yeah. Oh, nice
Come
to
on,
see
say
you
hi.
guys.
Say hi to everybody back in Medford.
40-13.
Good to see you.
Nice win.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
The senior will take the knee, and I think we just got to do that one more time. We'll get out of here. We'll have a little post-game show for you, of course, and maybe go over a couple of the replays. But
I didn't get the Brady Breeze lowdown from last week, but
I didn't either.
I wanted to talk to him about that game.
That'll do it. 40-13 is the final. Panthers outscore Centennial 33-7 in the second half. Able to get a win here in the opener on the road. Bill Singler improves to 18-4 all time in season opening games. A record that I think would stand up to pretty much anybody in the state of Oregon and across the country. So there's just something about Coach Singh in that first game. You give him a year, man, he's going to kick your butt. Don't schedule South Medford. Don't schedule South Medford in the first game.
What are you doing all summer?
Yeah. Coach is diagramming him up, man. He's been doing it since the end of last season, the first day, I guarantee you. Ask Leah. She's standing about 2 feet away from us.
Dialed it up tonight, and the Panthers D, dialed it up early in the third quarter and really made things happen and changed the total flow of this ball game from the opening kickoff in the second half to the end of the fourth quarter, and left no doubt who the better team was.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the overall scoring in the game, Don't have exact numbers, but good effort there by boys from South Medford. Be right back for this quick break.
I'm Officer Mike Jackson, Medford Police Department School Resource Officer for South Medford High School, as well as 5 elementary schools nearby. With 5 resource officers working in partnership with Medford schools, safety is a top priority and essential to promoting a positive learning environment. SROs receive specialized training in how to communicate with students in a school setting and also teach classes to students, staff, and parents on important safety issues. I'm School Resource Officer Mike Jackson, working to ensure the safety of our students.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back here. The South Medford Panthers winners over the Centennial Eagles, 40-13. South Medford go back all the way to the first half, Chief. Kind of go over the scoring summary. Austin Boster got things going on a screen pass from Torrin Tuttle. 51 yards down the left sideline here, right in front of us. Get things going for South Medford. Took the lead 7-0. Centennial then on the last play of the second quarter, no time left on the clock because of a penalty to the play before, able to have a touchdown pass before going to the locker room. Didn't convert on the extra point, made it 7-6. Panthers come out in the second half, have a great effort defensively in the third quarter. 3 plays and a turnover, then another touchdown. Remind me, was it Boster again there, or?
Yeah, it was Boster on the.
Or no, I think it was Mitchell Walker, right? Defensive touchdown.
The first time was,
defense.
Yeah, it was.
The fumble
Krupp.
snap. Yeah, Krupp dog.
Krupp got the touchdown. On
Krupp
the
got the
fumble snap
touchdown.
in the end zone, and then Boster.
The next one.
On the next one, and then we had a scoop and score.
Yep.
Cameron
And then
Davis,
Mitchell Walker.
Yeah, and Mitchell Walker, that's right.
So 4 touchdowns in the third quarter, 2 of them defensively. One was Boster offensively, the other was Mitchell Walker. And then in the fourth quarter, our boy Torrin Tuttle hit Austin Boster on the fade. So third touchdown pass to Boster in the game. Fourth touchdown pass in the game for Torrin Tuttle. Overall played extremely well. There's things he could do better still. We talked about that, but get a win on the road at the 6A level for your first time playing in this kind of ball game bodes well for the Panthers.
Yeah, offensively, I thought definitely Tuttle, Boster combination is working well. The offensive line protected well. First half thought it was going to be a dogfight, Boom. 7-6, and it was a dogfight. And defensively, South Medford came out and just dominated the second half and started from the second half kickoff and forcing fumbles, and it was the James Dwayne show from the get-go there in the second half, especially.
James Dwayne, Justin Josephson,
JJ.
Yeah.
James Dwayne, Boster. I think everybody, that Krupp kid, they rallied to the football. They flew around. But that James Dwayne kid, he definitely at a different level, speed-wise and, causing fumbles. Definitely a kid that got to be reckoned with by every team that's on the schedule for South, I think. He's the guy that makes that defense roll, I think. Jamal
Parnell
played great on both sides of the football as well, steady.
had a couple nice runs.
Yeah.
In the run game, defensively, made some nice plays. Captain, obviously the offensive line did a nice job. Got to stir some things up still, but if you ever come out of the first game just like completely smelling like a rose,
yeah,
it's like, ooh, I don't know. You want to be able to get better each week. Great to come out getting the first win, but to learn those things from a lopsided win, winning 40-13, it's pretty special. When you make that many mistakes and you can still win 40-13, it says, hey, we're going to be around. We're a pretty good club. So got to be proud of themselves as South Medford kids coming on the road. Faced some adversity early, but able to continue to play and defensively, just knocked the wind right out of their sails there in the third quarter. And Centennial never really recovered after that. And physically, they just came out and took it right to them. So the boys from South Medford got to be proud.
Job well done by Coach Singler and staff, and kids went out and executed and did a fantastic job all night. And it's a good way to get that first game under your belt and with a win. And it appears as though we've seen James Dwayne on the sideline there, maybe getting checked by the trainer early, but it looked like he came back in and he's fine. And so that's the key, is win early on the road and stay injury-free and move on to the next week.
Absolutely. So we're going to try to get this in the Dropbox, but we're going to go ahead and turn the volume down and try to get this stuff put away. But I'm going to try to get these highlights to Joe Brett for Friday Night Football on Channel 10. So for Caleb Franklin on the video, Dan Marshall, the Chief, on the color, I'm Boomer Marshall. I was on the call tonight. Thank you guys for joining us on this on TableRockSports.net. Hope you guys join us again next week. We'll be at home against Canby. So home debut, and see if we can move to 2-0, South Medford Panthers, and have an opportunity to do so. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night, and God bless.